Gaming Morning Show.
Things put on pancakes and rhyming bear intros. Austin confused about whose sister married the bros. In the UK, dooley-doo tugs on our heartstrings. Gaming Morning Show is one of our favorite things.
It's Paul.
It's Paul.
Ah, who are we kidding?
Pumpkin spice and fall. Paul.
We all know our favorite thing is the season of Paul. Pumpkin spice latte time! Besides the tasty drinks, the weather is cooler.
We get the most time where it's cooled off, but it's not always rainy. Sometimes it's rainy for part of the day, but then it dries up and it's just a nice, cool, cloudy day. I like that.
There's football on.
Man, did we have a great football weekend. Both of our teams performed to the tippy top of their tippiest top of performance, and boy, football is fun.
That's gotta be enough for all of the hosts of Gaming Morning Show, right? Right?
Okay, so when Club Penguin changed, they changed everything. They got more mainstream, and I wrote them an email. I was like, it would be really nice if you guys could go back to the way things were, because the original Penguins, we really miss it. I speak on behalf of all of the OG Penguins, and we all are really upset. Right, you've changed, man.
You're the Lorax for Club Penguin.
I was. I speak for the Penguins.
Well, penguin begins with a P. So, happy Paul, everyone, from all of us at GMS. Broadcasting live from Redner's Rescued Cat Figurine Museum in Menominee Falls, Wisconsin.
When Sean Redner told his wife, Hillary, that he wanted to turn their Wisconsin home into a museum of cat figurines, she had a predictable response. We're gonna do what?
We'll do that some other time, huh? Okay then. Broadcasting live from the same places they've been since 2020. It's time for Gaming Morning Show.
Morning, gamer! Welcome in this Gaming Morning Show. It is the Weekend of the Week edition. That's right, it's Wednesday, October 5th, 2022, and we could not be happier. There's not a possibility that there would be any more happiness in our bodies than there is right now that you are alongside us, wherever you may be. Facebook Gaming, Twitch, YouTube, Twitter Spaces, and at gamingmorningshow.tv. That is sports.gaming on the left side of your screen. It's great to see you. I almost called you Mr. Winky, and I was like, nope, that sounds awful.
I don't like that.
I would like the record to show that I would like the phrase Mr. Winky removed from the transcript, please. Is that possible? Like it never happened. Good morning to King Greg. Good morning to Drega. Good morning to you, Sean. I am Hefty Goof. Man, it's going to be a lot of fun. Middle of the week show. We got a lot to talk about. We have stories coming up, including one that has the headline Miscalculation. And when I saw that, I was like, that has to make the rundown, right? Miscalculation, right?
Nice.
Yeah. Pretty excited about that. Hyper is in the chat this morning. It's good to see you. I am JF Downs, Drew Mega, and King Gray, wherever you are, listening or lurking. We are so happy that you are here, back on Twitter Spaces. So good morning to those who are listening on Twitter Spaces. We are a morning radio show that plays games, and we are on Monday through Friday, 6 to 9 a.m. Pacific time on Facebook Gaming, Twitch, YouTube, and at gamingmorningshow.tv. We had a lot of fun last night. It was the debut of GMS Tuesday nights, and the game of life went exactly as you might expect. Somebody became a brain surgeon, fell asleep while performing brain surgery, apparently, got relieved of their brain surgeon duties, and then was told to go back and find a new job, and they could have gone back into brain surgery because that was one of their options. Just the way that life works out.
That's typical life.
That old story, am I right? Oh my gosh, it was a lot of fun. Big thanks again to VG Did Try, The Element of One, and hey, it's Brendan TTV for joining us. I will admit though, I had a lot of fun, but I am extremely tired. This whole Tuesday nights thing is going to be an adjustment for me. Need more coffee.
Mm-hmm. We'll just start Wednesdays at 7.
7. How about 9 a.m. Pacific time? And we'll call it a Tuesday night show. Mm-hmm. No, No. We'll keep working on it. We'll keep spitballing this idea as we go along. But seriously, it was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed the fact that Brendan had the 3 family bands over the course of the evening. Disbanded one, got another. Disbanded one, got another. But didn't lose any kids. So
his first family band was just him and his spouse. It was before they even had kids.
You usually think that there needs to be like more than just a pair. Otherwise, it's kind of like a duet, right?
Yeah.
A couple bands. Either way. So we'll do it again next week, GMS Tuesday nights. Next week will be GMS Fudge, which everyone's excited about. Sean's going to be playing through Resident Evil Village. I'm going to be alongside, and we'll start at 8 p.m. Pacific time. Are you ready to go? Are you limbered up for next week?
Oh, I've been ready for months.
Are you trying to suggest that it wasn't you who was keeping us back from playing that game?
For some reason, it was never anything that you suggested on days that you had time. Weird.
So I was washing my hair or something that night. So. Limbered up.
Lube, the sauce of metal things.
Possibly unrelated. It's World Teachers Day, National Walk to School Day, National Pumpkin Seed Day, National Coffee with a Cop Day, National Apple Betty Day, National Get Funky, National Rhode Island Day as well. You know what's really yummy? Apple Betties. And I've had them like once, and it's one of those things that seem like they're pretty labor intensive, but should probably check them out sometime.
I'd try it out. What is an Apple Betty?
They're like I think they're like a big poofy apple pie, but like personal size though. I think I have that right.
Gotcha. Yeah, that's kind of what it looks like. He's like an itty bitty we do apple pie.
But it's so good. It got like that explosive. You bite into it, and it's kind of got like those bursts of flavor. They're so yummy.
Looks like some of them look like closer to like personal apple crisps.
Oh,
I'm sure it just depends on the recipe though.
Yeah, I could see that. So I would like to give those a shot. Pumpkin seeds are fine. We have been walking to school this year so far, so doing pretty okay. We found a spot, when we first moved into this house that was prime for such a thing. It wasn't a long ways away from the school, so we've been doing pretty good with that. I have been to Rhode Island, so I'm doing pretty good with the days of the day.
You gonna have coffee with the cop today?
Probably not, no. I will have coffee, but not with the cop.
Bummer.
Unless the day takes a very unexpected turn.
What a twist.
Good morning to Blushing Crafter. Said I changed from Twitter Spaces to here and said, well, I'm happy you found us through Twitter Spaces. And should you ever want to listen to the show, you can, even in Twitch audio only mode. We try to make it a morning radio show first, but welcome in. We're going to introduce you to our topic of the day coming up in just a moment. We'll tell you the story next hour of firefighters who rescue a calf that made a slight miscalculation.
Oh, Ben Hooper.
How did you know that was a Ben Hooper of UPI story?
Oh, it can't not be a Ben Hooper story.
This hour, though,
it's B-Hoops if I've ever heard it.
We'll tell you about a British artist who covers the entire mansion in doodles.
Nice.
Yeah, doodles. So, it's a fun word to say. That's almost as fun as doily. Doily's a fun word, too.
What if you doodled some doilies?
Yeah, that would actually work. And I bet you could maybe doily a doodle.
Yeah, that might be allowed.
Yeah. Because you could take the doodles, and you could do your doily pattern based around the doodles. Maybe. I don't know about that one. Today's topic of the day, it's National Do Something Nice Day. So we're asking you, what's a nice random act that you have experienced? Please let us know in the chat, because we are curious. It doesn't have to be the nicest thing that you've ever experienced, but what is something that you have experienced before? That's just something I'm kind of curious about. See how many people have had just small, nice experiences as of late. Or maybe it's something that you've done for somebody else, too. That's always worth hearing about. Drew Mega said, told you, can't trust a brain surgeon that gets paid only $130K a year. We did think that VG's salary was low in the Game of Life, even for Game of Life standards. Because I like when, like, there's a bonus of $50,000 that's given to you, which I'm sure there's some people who make $50,000 in bonuses at one given time, but it's kind of just thrown out all willy-nilly.
just throwing thousands of dollars around.
And whole year's salary for some above average folks. In terms of the pay scale, I think the median income in the U.S. is still in the mid-30s, so seemed a little unrealistic. But yeah, just got completely caught snoozing on the job and was dismissed. So I had the luckiest number, though. I had 4, and that kept coming up on the spinner.
Yeah, there were lots of 4s. I think you made more money on 4s than you did on your in your salary.
Probably. Oh no, I got hung up on the wall while you were there. Hyper says miscalculation. Sounds like mistakes were made. Now that's a good piece of writing there, Hyper. And Gray says, I don't see any taco pictures in my inbox. Were you the one who was in charge of sending the pictures to Gray directly?
Yeah, I sent all the pictures. Sent them to graywantstacos@gmail.com. I assume that was the email address.
Gray, if you don't have an email address that's Gray Wants Tacos, now's the time, my friend. If you missed it, yesterday was National Taco Day, and you and I did get a pizza box worth of tacos.
We sure did. And they're pretty tasty.
Yeah, I actually was pleasantly surprised. I forgot to order many of them without sauce because I was in a hurry. In fact, I was going to order ahead and then go pick them up, and it ended up taking me far longer than it should have as a result. But I will admit that none of the sauces were overbearing for me, and that's a good sign. So
Nice.
Credit to the taco house that's nearby, making tacos that I myself can like. Man, I've had the worst luck for knocking it into like the corner off the wall and having them score from all the way across.
Yeah, it happens.
That's been plaguing me. So, not fun. I did have someone recently do something extremely nice for me, and that was send me in most of what I needed to buy Loba's heirloom in Apex Legends. And so, like, that was definitely unexpected and much a surprise that somebody definitely did not need to do and chose to do, and I was very appreciative.
And then you've won every Apex game since then.
You know what I'm most happy about? Granted, I haven't played very much since getting it. Is I did not get the heirloom that I was due for just opening the right amount of Apex Legends or Apex packs. Which I was lockstep with you that was going to happen like the very next poll. But it didn't.
And now long enough's passed that when it happens, it won't be that big of a deal.
That's true, yeah. I would still be like, you gotta be kidding me. I mean, I've probably only been in that game like 3 times since getting the heirloom, so I'm excited to play again as soon as I can. But I've had experiences where people have paid for coffee in front of me. I watched a really cool video on TikTok yesterday of somebody basically helping somebody go from like panhandling across the street from a hotel to like helping them find a job. It was like a documentary almost of like, it was like 60-day span, and this person had helped this other person, you know, get the deposit they needed for renting a hotel room for the long term and then find a job. And his wife was dealing with cancer, so it was just really, really touching to watch. So just the extreme amount of gratitude that was pouring off of this person I think there was, in fact, I think the caption was, "How many hugs do you count?" And this person hugged this other person like probably 40 times in the course of a 2-minute video. So it was really neat. Good morning to Forgettable Vendetta. It's good to see you. It says, I cannot think of one. Well, may somebody do something nice for you in the near future so that you can have an answer to that question. I mean, having a random act of kindness is always a pretty neat deal. I mean, I brought somebody on this show tacos.
It's true. It's true. I've gotten a random person has brought me coffee this week and tacos this week. I wonder what I'm gonna get today.
You're gonna get a letter. It's gonna include a bill. All right, well, we're losers to start off the Wednesday, weekend of the week edition of the show in Rocket League, but that's okay because it's 6:23 West Coast time. It is 9:24 now on the East Coast and 2:24 for those watching GMS in the UK. They got a really fast, itty-bitty little spider crawling on the wall today. You all right, bud? It's frozen.
Oh, no. Let it go. Let it go.
I did. It's fine. It's not dying at all. Oh, there it goes. It's moving on the move. It's going up to the top of the ceiling. It's cutting back to the left. It's going back up to the right. It's moving to the top. It's angling toward the ceiling. It could go all the... Well, it's still got a long ways to go, but it'll eventually get there, so... Thank you for being here. We appreciate it very much. Blushing Crafter says it's 3:24 p.m. in Norway. Hello and welcome from Norway. Thank you for being here for this morning radio show that plays games. We call ourselves Gaming Morning Show, but we can be whatever you want us to be, wherever you need us to be. We're durable.
Nice chat.
It is National Do Something Nice Day. We'll share some thoughts on that, some information about what you might be able to do in order to make somebody's day. May not even involve tacos at all. It just depends. That'll be from National Day Calendar. Birthdays, this day in gaming history, that's coming up at 6:50 a.m. Pacific time today as well. So if you know somebody celebrating a birthday, please let us know because we'll have that coming up in about 25 minutes. Right now, it's time to get informed. The video game headlines of the day. And for that, as always, here's hashtag video game expert Sean.
Good morning. It is Wednesday, October 5th, 2022, and this is your Gaming Morning Show, Morning Gaming News. For a second, I forgot what the name of the month for the 10th month is.
It's the only one that ends in Ober.
My brain wanted to go August. It's like, that's the wrong way.
Well,
that's before September.
Maybe that's intuitive because remember, Oct was supposed to be the 8th month of the year, so...
Yeah, see,
that's why.
Not that far, I guess. October.
October.
CD Projekt Red has made some announcements in the last day. Cyberpunk 2077 struggled a bit out of the starting blocks. It eventually turned things around and seems to be a fairly serviceable game now. I haven't checked it out myself, but I've heard that they've fixed quite a bit and it's up and running. Well, they decided, that launch was a little rocky. Let's do it a lot more times. And they've announced a new Cyberpunk game, multiple Witcher games, and a new IP. There's nothing like showing people how you weren't overstretched than launching like 6 games at a time. So Cyberpunk 2077 Orion is going to be the follow-up to Cyberpunk, and it will take the Cyberpunk franchise further and continue harnessing the potential of this dark future universe. So that'll be the follow-up there. And then we have The Witcher Polaris, which is, quote, the beginning of a new saga. We have The Witcher Canis Majoris, which is another full-fledged Witcher game. It will be developed by an external studio headed by experienced developers who have worked on CD Projekt Red's Witcher games in the past. These are also presumed to be code names, maybe not final titles. And we have The Witcher Serious. It will differ from past productions, offering multiplayer gameplay on top of a single-player experience, including a campaign with quests and a story. So those are all games with IPs that we've heard about. But they also revealed Project Hadar, a third, quote, entirely distinct IP created from scratch. So that's a lot. That's a lot of games.
I loved Hadar when they were a member of the cast of Saturday Night Live, and now on the HBO show Bill Hadar. I'm sorry. That was the most useless add-on I could have provided the Gaming Morning Show Morning Gaming News today.
So to all those working at CD Projekt Red, I hope there's no crunch with these 50 games that you're currently working on.
It's just 50 though.
Just 50. It'll be fine. And I hope you're a fan of The Witcher, because there's lots of The Witcher coming out. I still need to watch The Witcher TV show too.
Hey, if Henry Cavill or Cavill's there, then it's a win for us all.
Yeah. So we'll see. Xbox Game Pass is getting started for the month of October, and it's pretty stacked. Pretty stacked this month. Ethan Gotch of Kotaku says Xbox Game Pass is surprisingly loaded this month. And it is the spooky season, so we have gotten a little bit of spookiness. Not too much spookiness, but a little bit, and that's good. Starting yesterday, you can play Chivalry 2 on cloud, console, and PC. Starting tomorrow, we get a little bit of spookiness with The Walking Dead, the complete first season, and season 2, both for PC, as well as Medieval Dynasty on Xbox Series X/S. And then on the 11th, we get Costume Quest on cloud and console, which is fantastic. Costume Quest is a lot of fun. And there's a sequel to it titled Costume Quest 2. Because that's how sequels work a lot of the time. And I haven't played that one, and it's spooky season, so I think I might need to play Costume Quest 2. There's also Evil on cloud and console and PC. On the 13th, we get Dyson Sphere Program for PC. On the 14th, we get Scorn for everything. And on the 18th, we get A Plague Tale Requiem for everything. So, some good stuff.
So the follow-up to Costume Quest 1 was what again?
Let me check my note. Costume Quest 2.
What a good sequence there.
They didn't go the Goat Simulator route and put out Costume Quest 3 as a follow-up. In our last news story, PlayStation recently invested into From Software, and we talked about that previously. Well, now we're getting reports that investment might include TV and movie opportunities. This is from Wesley LeBlanc of Game Informer. They might be interested in helping produce movies and TV shows based on From Software games. This news comes to us by way of an interview between Reuters and PlayStation Studios head Herman Holst, in which Holst explains PlayStation's investment into its PC and mobile efforts as of late, as well as its recent investment into Elden Ring developer From Software. According to Holst, quote, further investments in areas that will strengthen the expansion onto PC, onto mobile, and into live services is definitely a possibility for PlayStation. He goes on to say, you should think of collaborations on the game development side first and foremost, but it's also not unthinkable with our PlayStation productions efforts that we explore opportunities. And then the interview goes on to talk some numbers, including some of the deals with From Software. He talks about Tencent teaming up with that investment into From Software. And that PlayStation Productions might be interested in a Bloodborne horror movie one day, or an Elden Ring TV series. So some exciting things. Could be fun.
Horror.
Horror. Would you watch a Bloodborne horror movie?
Yeah, that sounds right up my alley. Blood, horror, can't get enough.
And always last but not least, we finish off today's gaming morning show, Morning Gaming News, with the world-renowned segment within a segment where we take a look at what is out today. And we have a game out today. We have Deathverse Let It Die is out today on the PC. And for the most prestigious award in video game focused morning shows, your favorite segment within a segment. Today's name of the morning goes to Forgettable Vendetta.
It's like,
Congratulations.
It's like, what's taking him so long? Oh, he's adding Forgettable Vendetta's name to the script, the copy. Nice.
Congratulations.
Not a big fan of Deathverse Let It Die.
I think this game's been out. I feel like this came out last week or recently on other platforms, and so you don't get the default win for double dipping. Like, that's not okay.
I thought the same thing, only because immediately my brain went to Let It Die, Let It Die, and I think I made that exact same.
Yep. That's where I went to. So no default win for Deathverse Let It Die.
So congratulations to Forgettable Vendetta. You are a name of the morning. I don't think you're eligible for name of the month, but it's really up to Sports.Gaming. I don't control that, so.
We'll see. It all depends on how confident we are with our ability to give you away at the end of the month.
In case you missed it yesterday, we named our name of the month for September. That was whatever.
Land.
Right now, if you're a Patreon subscriber on the subscriber tier or above, go to the Patreon-only Discord channel. There is a giveaways category now, and you can get your answer into our question pertaining to the name of the month, and you may win it. We'll have those entries close at the end of Thursday Pacific time, 11:59 p.m. Pacific time tomorrow, and then we'll get a winner and get the game Whatever Land out to you. If you are not a Patreon subscriber, you can become one going to patreon.com/gamingmorningshow, or you also have the opportunity to win it coming up in one of our biannual Fulfillment Appreciation Name of the Month giveaways, which are popular because we group them all together and then we figure out how to actually get them to you, because Fulfillment is terrible at its job. So, did I tell you the other day? It's yesterday. Yesterday was Tuesday, right? Thank you, Sean, for the news at 6:35. Yesterday, I was watching Kate Zaid stream, and Kate was talking about selling some things on Kate's Etsy store. And one of those things was possibly making like Apex Legends 3D printed things that she would design, because there's apparently a shortage, or at least not as many like Apex heirlooms that are out there for the 3D printing world, like templates. And I was like, I'll trade you a calendar for your Loba staff. There's a calendar that Fulfillment's been needing to send to Kate Zaid probably for 2 years.
It's been around for a while.
We hadn't even gotten on the air yet, and we had promised to send that to Kate, so yeah. Fulfillment, man. Hyper says, we've got the name of the morning, but what's the morning of the name? Whoa. It's trippy. Nice work, Hyper. Nice work. Thank you for being here. This is a morning radio show that plays games. Mel is in chat. It's good to see you, Mel. Thank you. Appreciate you stopping by for this edition of the show. Also, it is good to see another familiar face.
A warm welcome to our deputy cat petter, Scott Chick.
Yesterday, Hefty Floof was going to make an appearance on GMS Tuesday nights, and then the exact moment, I kid you not, I left the studio, went back into the house. I walk around the corner and hear the front door shut, and Hefty Daughter had just let Hefty Floof out for the night. Well, not for the night, but for the final time of the night. So I can bring Hefty Floof in, because we were talking about pets yesterday on the show.
So sad. Speaking of Hefty Floof, we had a school thing to go to last night, and I swung by to pick up your wife, and we carpooled, and then I dropped her off, and I see your wife going in the front door, and Hefty Floof sprinting full speed across the yard trying to catch up. She's like, don't forget about me, I want to come inside too. And your wife closes the door right as she like rounds the corner to the door. And so I had to call and be like, Hefty Floof was trying to catch you and would like inside.
Well, that was super nice of you.
It was she was going as fast as she could possibly go, trying to catch her and get inside.
I hear the door, meow. Couldn't quite make it. That's
So
nice.
close.
A warm welcome to our official head of research and development, Kayla.
Good morning to Kalaf. Thank you for being here. Bless her, said Scott Chick. Yeah, it was a cute moment. I have another Hefty Floof story in just a moment. Today is National Do Something Nice Day. What's a nice random act that you've experienced? I know one for sure, and that involves a bear. One that is always being taken care of by one Sports.Gaming. You know, the guy who ain't shaming. The bear that hangs out inside his house? Nair. Outside his window. The bear that we say hello to right now. Good morning to Bear Bear. Hi.
Nice.
You know, sometimes abstract poetry is worthwhile as well.
See, what you did is, because not all poetry has to rhyme, but it's unusual for something to set up that expectation with rhyming and then not rhyme. But what you're doing is that represents sometimes you set expectations for yourself that you can't deliver, and the message of the poem is that's okay. Sometimes you let yourself down, and that's nothing wrong with that.
It's my calling card.
It's deep. It was deep.
The setup and swerve. That's Hefty Goof's poetry calling card. Also, the setup and swerve was the name of my band in high school.
Nice.
All right, thank you for being here. We truly appreciate it. You can follow us on Twitter, sports.gaming Hefty Goof, and we are on Twitter at WatchGMS. Thank you so much for being along for the ride. We'll get to more of your comments in just a moment. Right now, it is 6:40, so we have to check in and see
You can news if you wanna.
what we're tracking at this hour on this morning radio show that plays games, and that involves a British artist who covered an entire mansion in doodles. This person apparently is kind of known for this type of artwork because their name is Mr. Doodle.
Mr. Doodle.
Doodles are fun.
Doodle.
You're looking at it, aren't you?
Oh, the doodle?
Yeah.
Sure am.
Yeah, this is pretty cool. Viral Sensation unveiled the latest of a 2-year project to cover every inch of his 12-room mansion in doodles. Mr. Doodle unveiled the Doodle House in a time-lapse on YouTube that showed the process of transforming this mansion into an art project over the course of 2 years. The mansion is now covered inside and out in artist's doodles, including surfaces such as the kitchen appliances and bed sheets. Cox is the name of this person, Sam Cox, used about 240 gallons of white paint on the inside of the house and 401 cans of black spray paint for the outside to create a surface for his drawings, which were made with 2,296 pens. The artist said they will live full-time at the Doodle House with his wife and
Mrs. Doodle.
and their dog.
Doodle dog.
Why is the dog not got a cool name like Mr. Doodle? Maybe it does. It just didn't mention it in the article. I like your idea. We're going to go hereby known as Doodle Dog.
Mr. and Mrs. Doodle and their dog Doodle Dog.
Doodle Dog. This seems like a lot of work.
Yeah.
This person's good at doodling.
Mm-hmm.
So,
There's some nice doodles.
didn't see any cheese doodles, though. Get it? Kalaf says, Doodle Dog, the Labradoodle.
Nice.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
That's really good.
There you go. There's your first At This Hour story. Next hour, we'll tell you about the firefighters who rescue a calf that made a slight miscalculation. Scott Chick says, I can tell you something that's not nice. Bacon woke me up from my nap by scaring me. I know what it's like to be scared by someone random in your life.
I don't have any proof of that.
No, it's not like it happened on camera or anything. That would have been a shame.
No.
Mel B said, my friend was supposed to be at the hospital at 6:30. They're in traffic jam. Oh, there was a wreck. People had to be airlifted to the hospital. That's a rough moment in time. So hopefully things will get a little bit better there. The test I had at the hospital turned out okay. They're just a little slow, but I don't have gastropharesis. Farsis. Anyway, I'm happy that you're doing this as good as you can, Mel. Thank you for keeping us in the loop. Now, birthdays this day in gaming history coming up after this. So if you've never been here for a birthday segment before and you know somebody who is celebrating a birthday, please advise us when we get to that point so that we can go ahead and wish them a happy birthday song. My pup-radoodle's standing by. This dog likes to
Labradoodle.
party.
So good.
Labradoodle. I don't know. I didn't look at the article. Are there any pictures of the actual dog? Because if it was even remotely close to the Labradoodle, I would be telling everybody that, yeah, that's my Labradoodle.
No, there was an embedded video of like a local news story, and no sign of Doodle Dog.
That's clearly a German Shepherd. Nope, it's a Labradoodle. It's a mix. We had the debut of GMS Tuesday nights yesterday. We played the Game of Life. It was super fun. If you missed any of it, we were able to put together a highlight reel on Twitch. You can click on the collections area and find that at the bottom below our faces, below the main show. So. I'm just curious if we're going to remember how... Well, I like how I say we. If you're going to remember how to play Resident Evil Village, like, controls-wise.
Yeah, I might have to pull it out and doodle around for a couple minutes.
It's a doodle
Make sure it's
fun.
updated.
Well, I remember last time we played it, you were playing a different game at the time. Maybe you were playing Horizon.
Yeah.
And so you were using
And
buttons
that really
that worked for
messed up.
Horizon. Yeah, and you were so backwards.
Yeah, luckily I'm not playing anything that's has similar controls or anything right now, so that'll be helpful, I think.
That sometimes is the worst, though, where, like, I'll do this in Apex because I have my main PlayStation controller, even, like, the back buttons, are assigned in the hefty way of playing Apex, because I play enough without voice comms that I need to have a button that uses the ping function more easily than the one that was defaulted, so I moved it to a back button. And so that throws the whole thing off. And then when you play any other game that has similar button like defaults, like most of your first-person shooters is Apex, it never translates because I modified it specifically for Apex. I'm always like, how do I ping? Hit the ping button. I'm trying. Drew Mega says, with Resident Evil Village, I was able to acquire some more powerful weapons, and it's so satisfying being able to destroy enemies with just a few shots.
That does sound handy.
Yeah, it feels like it's taking you forever sometimes.
Yeah.
That's a good shot, Hefty.
Nice.
Cracked. Look at this. I knew exactly what I wanted to do and everything. Boop.
Nice work.
He's nuts. Go. I'm also very excited for sports. We do a sports segment coming up at 7:50 this morning, just because I don't actually know what happened with the Atlanta Mets top of the NL East battle. Do you have any idea?
I don't.
Okay, so I'm actually excited to find out in real time. Are the Mets eliminated from winning the division, or did something amazing happen? Because the Mets were playing a doubleheader, and they were a game and a half behind Atlanta for the division title. I think they had to win both games on Tuesday. I did get a message from my dad. We have season tickets to the Seattle Kraken, and they played at Calgary on Monday night. And my dad, just remembering that I'm a Calgary Flames fan, was like, "Did you go to the game?" It's like, no, it was played in Calgary, so did not make it. Good morning to GTA No Live. It is good to see you. Welcome to a Gaming Morning Show. We are a morning radio show that plays games Monday through Friday, 6 to 9 a.m. Pacific time on Facebook Gaming, Twitch, YouTube, and at GamingMorningShow.tv. Coming up after this game, we'll do birthdays this day in gaming history. So if you know someone celebrating a birthday on October the 5th, 2022, get ready to let us know. You're playing well.
Thanks. You are too.
Correct.
8 o'clock hour this morning, we'll have a chance to play Don't Let the Person Floating from the Balloons Fall in the Monster's Mouth. It's our word game, and we are continuing to extend our record in that game. Oh, no! Feel bad for them. They were all right there on the post. They couldn't get it to go.
I think we got this one.
I think there's a good chance, yeah, for sure. Or maybe not. GTS says, do you have free stuff and tips for me? Just started Rocket League. I think Sean's the right one to ask questions about actually learning how to play this game, because Sean's significantly better at it than me.
In terms of tips, just play a bunch. You just need the reps. Turn on ball cam. And just get used to, and you could even throw it in like free play mode or some of the training, but you just need to learn the angles in ball cam mode, because they're deceiving. So just got to get the reps.
Yeah, I remember when we first started playing this game, and I was only in non-ball cam, and people are like, "What are you doing? Switch over to ball cam." And I was like, switching between the two definitely did help. I actually still like being able to anticipate where the ball is going, but yeah, you need to have ball cam for a lot of it. So
yeah, that's important.
6:51 on this morning radio show that plays games. It's 9:51 out east. It's 2:51 for those watching GMS in the afternoon. I kind of had like enough phlegm in the throat right there that I kind of sound like Marge Simpson for a brief moment. Oh, homie. It's not even close. 12:51 a.m. Hyper's joining us from Australia. It is good to see you here this morning. Thanks for stopping by. We are definitely gaming morning show for those watching in Australia. So very much appreciated. If you know somebody celebrating birthday, someone who is getting another year older, maybe we have done anniversaries occasionally on the show too, you're welcome to let us know, but just don't give us all of your Facebook friends, because that would, be kind of ridiculous. So anyway, all of that to say, if you know somebody celebrating a birthday, please let us know so we can celebrate with you. Today, celebrity birthdays wise, one of my favorite classic rock bands was Steve Miller Band. And today, rocker Steve Miller turns 79.
Nice. As we see in both the picture and the fun fact, he was inducted into the Songwriters Hall of Fame earlier this year.
The Songwriters Hall of Fame?
Yeah.
Interesting. Who took that picture?
Well, that's gotta be Charles Sykes.
I love a good Charles Sykes photo. My list is lagging on me real hard.
This is one of the few times we have picture and fun fact cohesion. I like this.
Kayla,
this is really nice.
jot it down. Oh yeah, that was at the New York Marriott Marquee.
Back in June.
It's always good when the bit is much delayed because of my technology. I'll get to the punchline when I have a chance, okay? Wait for me. Neil deGrasse Tyson turns 64 today.
He's voiced an animated version of himself in multiple cartoons, including The Simpsons and Family Guy.
Has he ever?
That's pretty good.
Has he ever voiced an animated character that's not himself, though? That's what I really want to know.
Doesn't seem like it.
I don't think I've seen the Family Guy episode that Neil deGrasse Tyson's in, but I think I have seen the Simpsons one. Actor Guy Pearce turns 55 today.
He once portrayed Ebenezer Scrooge in a TV miniseries of A Christmas Carol.
The Muppet Christmas Carol is the best Christmas Carol. Seriously,
It is pretty good.
yeah. You can battle me on that, but if I'm gonna watch A Christmas Carol for the 800th time, I'm gonna watch the damn Muppets do it. Let's see. Kate Winslet turns 47 today.
Kate, although she's seen here at the Primetime Emmy Awards, her fun fact is that she voices Ronal in the upcoming Avatar sequel. So we don't have to play the game.
Yeah, we were
That was
so close. Having an Emmy award. In fact, I could have either told you that she's hosted or has won one because she's holding an Emmy in that picture. Thank you for the like on Facebook Gaming. We truly appreciate that one. Winslet turns 47. Recently watched Titanic just randomly on YouTube TV, which was cool.
Nice.
Actor Jesse Eisenberg turns 39.
He first appeared on the TV series Get Real.
What are your favorite Get Real memories?
The one where there was Jesse Eisenberg and then probably other actors, and they interacted with each other. It was so good.
What a wonderful, realistic series that was. Get Real. Huh. So that means there was a Get Smart and a Get Real.
Mm-hmm.
Wonder if they were related. Probably not.
Doubt it.
Yeah. No drummer birthdays for like the 18th time in a row.
I know. No drummers are born in October.
They're made. No, Bob. No. You don't get to do it. Okay? We have to wait. I will tell you that Mario Lemieux, former NHL player, is 57 today.
Nice. Guitarist Dave Detterer is 58. He's from Presidents of the United States of America.
Detterer, huh?
Detterer.
Singer Colin Malloy, rather, of the only band that ends in Ember-is, the Decemberists, is 48 today. I remember hearing the band Save Ferris. I don't know if I've ever listened to them, but guitarist Brian Mashburn of Save Ferris is 47 today.
Nice. And it's Scott Wenger's birthday. He's from Full House and Aladdin.
Oh, played Steve, the boyfriend, on Full House.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He's 47.
That was a pretty good get for Scott back in the day to be the voice of a major Disney motion picture while also not being like that mainstream, all things considered.
Yeah, not bad.
I do actually remember that piece of a trivia. I always get that one at like bars and such. Okay, that looks pretty good. I will tell you that David Bryson of Counting Crows is 68 today, and bassist Paul Thomas of Good Charlotte, Austin's favorite band, is 42.
And last one, Glynis Johns from Mary Poppins is 99. She was the like mom, I think.
Oh, a spoonful. Oh wait, no, that was Mary Poppins, not. I was confusing. Let's just pretend I didn't say that one. All right, this day in gaming history, we have one from before 1995, which means Sean gets to play Lawsuit or Not Lawsuit. The year, Sean, was 1992.
Not a lawsuit.
Okay, you say not a lawsuit for that one. When you say that, and Bob plays a didgeridoo, your answer is locked in. 1992, Nintendo releases the Final Fantasy Mythic Quest for the Super Nintendo in the U.S.
Correct.
It was not a lawsuit. I don't remember Final Fantasy. Well, I didn't play a lot of the Final Fantasy games. I wasn't very patient for RPGs.
That makes sense.
2000, which is otherwise known as the year 2000.
Near 2000.
Capcom releases Street Fighter 3 Third Strike for the Dreamcast.
Nice. Year 2000.
In the year 2000. 2003, Microsoft put out a wireless network adapter for the Xbox.
Yeah. It's early for that.
Yeah.
I bet it's cheap.
Wonder how well that. I also am interested, like, how much data actually needs to be moved in online video gaming, because I don't believe it's a lot. It just has to be very low latency, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it depends on. You know, at the time, things were a lot different in terms of online gaming too. So, yeah, I don't know how well it worked or not.
That'd be a good one to write down, Kalaf, if you could put a to-do in the production notes, please. Like, how exactly does that work? Because my brain, not being a coder, would think, oh, you have to be able to like relay all of the graphics and polygons, and they have to all. But I'm sure it's more like, you know, little wireframes and smaller pieces of data. So I don't know. I'm guessing. 2004, Activision put out Tony Hawk's Underground 2 World Destruction for a variety of machines. 2004, Vivendi Universal Games releases Leisure Suit Larry Magna Cum Laude. That was for the PlayStation 2 and Xbox. 2010, Konami put out Castlevania Lords of Shadow for Xbox 360 and PlayStation 3. That same year, another Final Fantasy game. This was Final Fantasy The Four Heroes of Light from Square Enix for the Nintendo DS. And then 2011, Electronic Arts put out Crysis video game for PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360.
Nice.
So I immediately went to, remember in like most of the arcades there was Time Crisis?
Mm-hmm.
My brain went to, oh, that was Time Crisis, but it's not. It's a completely different game.
Yeah, different game.
So, but it turns 11 today. So there you go. That is your This Day in Gaming History. That is your birthdays. Thank you for being here. It is now 7:01. Coming up next hour, we will get you a list of the day, and that list will be very exciting. We will also have sports coming up as well. Today is among the days of the day, National Pumpkin Seed Day, National Walk to School Day, National Coffee with a Cop Day. Mel B says, my brother is a policeman. If you like coffee, you can grab a cup of coffee with your brother. National Apple Betty Day, National Get Funky Day, National Rhode Island Day, World Teachers Day, and National Walk to School Day. So those are some of your days of the day, including our our topic of the day, which is National Do Something Nice Day. What's a nice random act you've experienced? Good morning to the Element of One. Element of One recently did a very kind act for me, so thank you so much for doing that, Element. Also, thank you for joining us yesterday for GMS Tuesday nights. It was a lot of fun. We played the game of life, and next week we will play GMS Fudge, where we get scared a lot, which we're all excited about. Look how excited we are.
It's going to be great.
Yay. Thanks to our Patreon subs celebrating Subiversary this week: Kiki Low, Digital Doc Games, Chris Emmy, Culty Vibes, Hofbrew, Incantasia, 5 Sil, Grim Toga, Superphonic Rad Artisan, Papa Paws, Dungeon Master KJ, Kim Chica, and that Jeff MT. You can find out more about our Patreon by going to patreon.com/gamingmorningshow. All right, next hour, we will bring you that list of the day and sports. Thank you for being here. It's Sean and Hefty, and this is Gaming Morning Show on Wednesday, October 5th, 2022. Happy Weekend of the Week edition on Facebook Gaming, Twitch, YouTube, Twitter Spaces, GamingMorningShow.tv. This show does a lot of stuff that, you know, is kind of random. So I'm not surprised when Bob talks about different things. So there you go. Bob and I have an unspoken bond. And plus, it's a skill in radio to have nonverbal communication. So I just happen to be on camera, even though when I need to get Bob to say what Bob freely wants to say, then I do kind of glance at Bob through the mirror that we have that goes over to the box that Bob has, and that allows him to see that nonverbal cue, and I can give him that look that it's his turn to talk.
Yoo-hoo, the hot dog of chocolate milk.
This is my Ted Lasso shirt.
Yeah.
I like it. Yeah. You have your greasy hair headband today.
Mm-hmm. I do.
Looks
Thank
nice.
you. Yep.
But I'm a big
I'm
fan
gonna
of
wash
purple.
it later.
You're gonna wash the headband later? That makes sense.
I'm gonna wash. I might not have time to wash my hair later. So I gotta go to my grandma's, and then I gotta go to the dentist.
You get to go to the dentist? Yay!
Yeah.
The dentist's weak.
I hate the dentist.
I do too, but I have to go 3 times a year because my teeth have horrible staining. And so, even when I drink like less coffee or use the straw technique or whatever, I have like really natural teeth, or yellow teeth. Apparently, like my kid has this too. My very natural teeth. Because we went to the dentist too, and yeah, Hefty Daughter is constantly happy. And on YouTube, those 2 things do a lot for us. If you haven't subscribed to our YouTube channel, we invite you to do so. Last thing that we made there was a Banjo-Kazooie YouTube exclusive playthrough using the Nintendo Power official strategy player's guide. And we went through, I think, Sports.Gaming Platinum the whole thing and found all the bazingas or whatever those things were called. And I think I'm not far off. They weren't called bazingas. I think that's a Big Bang Theory thing, but
I like forgot and I got confused and I thought you said what are they? Bazongas. That's what I thought you said. And then I was like, no, wait. Okay, that's why I laughed. So now I said it. Now everybody knows.
Banjo. Yes, Kazooie. We have to go on a big search for the bazongas.
Yeah.
Banjo Kazooie. Rated R.
Still not very happy about that. I was like, there's bear games. You could even play one of the bear games. Do you want to stream where it's just you and you play one of the bear games? And he kind of perked up to that. but then he sulked off, and then again got his bow tie on the floor. So I don't know.
Let me take one more look at that because I'm not entirely sure. Maybe it's not, maybe it's a different Union Jack bow tie. Let me see you easily hold that up one more time.
Yeah, I'll just reach down and get that. Okay, I got that. And then I'll just pick it up slowly. Right there.
The old open hand pickup, huh?
Yeah. And then I'll just close my hand around that.
Now I can't see it anymore.
Now it's gone. Launderers.
Burglars.
In the house.
I am Hefty Goof. That is Sean. He's drinking tea. I'm drinking coffee. And you're eating breakfast. What do we got this morning?
I'm not eating breakfast. I'm eating Mickey Goldfish.
What's for breakfast?
Hey, if you're eating it before 8 a.m., it's breakfast. So, are they delicious?
I love fishes because they're so delicious.
I love mice because they're so... nice.
Nice.
Line? My brain can only think of lice.
Gross.
I know.
Coming up on Gaming Morning Show, list of the day and sports. Find us on Facebook Gaming and join our Discord and go to our website, gamingmorningshow.tv, and follow us on Twitter at WatchGMS, at HeftyGoof, and at Sports.Gaming. All ahead on Gaming Morning Show. Time for hour number 2 right now.
Morning, gamer. Welcome back. Gaming Morning Show continues, the weekend of the week edition of this morning radio show that plays games. I am Hefty Goof. That is Sports.Gaming on the left side of your screen. We have 2 more hours to go on Wednesday, October 5th, 2022. I do not know why, but for some reason, I keep thinking we're already into like the teens of October. It does not feel like it's still this early of October.
Yeah. Maybe it's because it's been October. Like this weekend was October,
Yeah.
so surely, like it's been October forever.
Yeah, the switchover happened whilst we were off the air, right? We went from September 30th on our last show, and then we start the week with October 3rd. That just disrupts the programming up here. Apparently, much like trying to rhyme the word mice with nice was in that classic GMS clip we just showed. Crazy. Thank you for being here. Quiet Time Gaming is here. Element of One this week has definitely been slow for me, to be honest. Quiet says anything before noon is considered breakfast.
I don't disagree with that, but I also have no problem breaking the traditional breakfast mold. Like, if I want a leftover taco for breakfast, I'm just gonna eat it. If I want to snack for breakfast, I'm gonna do that too.
It was National Taco Day yesterday. I did bring a pizza box worth of tacos to Sean at his work, and you picked. I think you took like 2, and then I was like, "Can you please take a third? Because I have a pizza box worth of tacos, and I kind of need you to do that."
They're pretty good. I had one that was had French fries on it, and had like a couple different kinds of meat. That one was pretty tasty. I had one that had fried shrimp. That one was fine. The shrimp was good. The taco was good, but I liked them better separate. So the last half, I just ate the shrimp and then ate the taco. And then had one with some sort of pork that was pretty tasty as well.
Yeah, I was a little worried because I thought the one that I had with definitely something more like pork or beef related, it looked like it might have had strips of jalapenos on it, but I think they were green peppers because I took a bite and I was like, okay, yeah, that's safer than I thought it was.
Yeah, nothing
really
was too spicy.
Well, yeah, I was really concerned because I don't do jalapenos. What do you got this morning, Busted?
Remember, if you're getting food, you must show and tell when you come back.
I stole some of my kids' Cool Ranch Doritos.
Ooh, yesterday, and hey, it's Brendan TTV is here, one of our guests for our debut episode yesterday of GMS Tuesday Nights. We got into quite the discussion around which breakfast dough item, pancakes, waffles, French toast, are equivalent to types of chips. So, as we know, Lay's potato chips are the crepes of the chips world.
Correct.
Waffles are Ruffles because they have ridges.
That makes sense.
I am your pancake expert.
And we put Doritos to French toast because we had just no other ideas.
Yeah, they have coverings on them.
Well, but then you could probably go Cheetos because Cheetos are poofy and French toast is the more poofy of the
No,
breakfast
Cheetos
dough
are
items.
like cannolis.
If you want to get breakfast, you can always come on down to Hefty Goofs, a place you can eat.
Now available at Hefty Goofs, a place you can eat. Just wheats.
That's it.
What about bagels?
Those Funyuns,
Maybe.
those big, poofy, and they have a giant hole in the middle. That could be donuts.
Yeah.
Yeah. Element says, "Ooh, Cheetos Puffs could be French toast." That could be.
It's not bad.
Brenda goes, GMS having weird niche food related conversations. This has never happened before.
First time.
Time for room temperature takes.
Yeah, we're very good at those. Very good. Thank you for being here. Our topic of the day circulates around National Do Something Nice Day. This is from nationaldaycalendar.com. It would be ideal if everyone lived their lives doing kind things on a daily basis and without thinking about it. We all get caught up in our fast-paced lifestyles. However, kindness should never be sacrificed to get ahead in the world. Kindness doesn't require grand gestures, though. When able, those are acceptable too. Real generosity is doing something nice for someone who will never find out, was a quote from Frank A. Clark. I don't know who that is. In the matter of seconds, we hold the power to change the course of a person's day by being nice. The person's day in question might even be our own. That's pretty deep. Do something nice day doesn't have to be for somebody else.
That's true. You can do something nice for yourself.
Yeah. Self-care day. Self-care day indeed. Element said this week has definitely been slow for me, to be honest. Breakfast for dinner, it's the move. I had breakfast for dinner on Monday, and it was delightful. Good morning and nice chat to a Heavenly Soul. Thank you for being here this morning.
Nice chat.
You can join us on Facebook Gaming, Twitch, YouTube, and at Twitter Spaces. We're on there again today, and should be for the foreseeable future. Everything should be working okay in that respect. Thank you so much for being here. Like I said, I had somebody recently donate a good amount for the Apex Legends heirloom, which I was definitely not expecting, so that was really, really cool. And I've been enjoying playing with that in Apex Legends. Yeah, and I've had it pay it forward. I think Elma just talked about this a second ago. Someone gave a free Starbucks drink to them yesterday, and then about 3 hours later, a random person gave Element a cake pop. Man, you were crushing it at Starbucks yesterday. It's amazing.
Cake pops are yummy.
Oh,
I never buy them for myself, but they're quite yummy.
Have you tried the new cookies and cream one?
No.
Oh. Game changer. Because I've had a lot of their cake pops, and I actually don't love them. So I was pleasantly surprised when the cookies and cream one came out. I was like, that's my jam. But I will also admit, like, if I go to a gas station and I see the random Hershey's cookies and cream bar that I would never buy in any other circumstance, I will occasionally be at a gas station and be like, that is what I need right now.
It's pretty good. It's pretty sweet.
It just melts real fast.
Yeah,
Delicious.
but it is yummy.
So, yeah, I mean, I would always encourage folks to try to find opportunities to do something nice for somebody, and I think Sean's one of the best people at it as far as, our family, because Sean does a lot of things that are not always the thing that he wants to do for people. So, the person on the left side of your screen is one of the more selfless folks that I know in my life. So, thanks, brother.
Thank you.
You're welcome. All right, we're going to play one more game of Rocket League and then give you 10 random acts of kindness that you can try today. Call 588-2300 nice acts today.
You gotta really watch the pronunciation on nice axe.
Nice acts. Ah. There it is. Yeah.
It's a different phone number if you get that mixed up.
That's a 900 number. Quite just a nice. Nope.
Nope.
Just gonna steer away from that one. Did you check it out yesterday? It debuted and it is available right now. The newest season of Monsters and Friends podcast is out. I can update this. Find it here. Perfect. So if you're looking for it, you can right there. Perfectly. It is exciting. I had a chance to listen to it, and at the end, Lucas Myko says, "Yeah, you can find it anywhere podcasts are available, like Apple Podcasts and Spotify and Uncle Rico's Podcast Emporium." So I tweeted, nice. I listen to Monsters and Friends podcast on Uncle Rico's Podcast Emporium. And then I go in general store. Brendan encouraged me, agrees with me. That was the right call to bail out of where we were going with Quiet's nice ants.
I mean, it can't be a worse movie than Ants.
Probably not. Please check out the Monsters and Friends podcast. Cryptids, Mythics, and Cryptics, Legends, and Lore. Is Mythics really a thing? Because if not, I need to get it out of my vocabulary, because I say that all the time when promoting Mike's podcast. I don't know why. Oh, no. Yes. Got it. And I sacrificed myself to do that for us. I said, the heck with my being.
Nice work.
Do it for you. Yeah, there were a lot of good moments. If you missed anything from GMS Tuesday nights, we had a couple of stream markers set, and we tried to put those highlights on our Twitch page in a collection, so you can watch them right now. There's the element of one playing air guitar that's in there. There's, hey, it's Brendan TTV contemplating why he bought a designer suit right out of college. So there's some cool moments in there.
He did buy another one right before retirement, though. So.
Yeah. Well, that's how things work. You get one right before you start your life, and then retirement, when you're dead. It was his funeral suit. But I do love that Brendan happened to pick the yellow peg, and then ended up having a whole host of children.
Yeah, 5 I think was the final tally.
5 in total.
It's pretty good.
It was a lot of fun. Next week we'll play GMS Fudge and Resident Evil Village, so we'll continue to work on that. Sean's going to kind of warm up. But you can find the entire list of our October GMS Tuesday night shows on our Discord page. Go to Discord, go to gms.watch and click on where to find GMS to get linked to our Discord. Yeah, I'm amazed I started 3 separate family bands. That was the other good part, too. Someone sees Brendan in like the hallway was like, "Weren't you part of the other family band?" Yeah, that was my first family band.
I've had 3 kids since then.
But the one without the children was still good too. Brendan didn't mention this last night, but Brendan was borrowing children in the family band van and having them play in the band. Family band van.
Band.
Band van. That was a ride. I had a very good time, and I'm happy that we had a chance to do that. So thank you again to the Element of One. VG did try, and hey, it's Brendan TTV for joining us. We really rounded out the percussion section now. That's true. You were looking for somebody for the longest time to play triangle, and now you have that, so. Did you ever get into percussion?
Not really. I mean, I was serviceable on the drums. At least. But not much beyond that.
You were always good at the rock band drums, though, right?
Yeah. Yeah, that usually goes pretty well.
I do miss playing rock band.
Me too. We should play.
We can do it after the watch parties.
Perfect.
There is discussion about trying to incorporate more music back into the show, though. There was a period of time where Sean was able to play during one of our breaks often, and so we might be trying to look to bring some of that back as soon as we can, but no concrete plan yet. You can definitely keep track of it. Twitter is at WatchGMS. Definitely let people know there, as well as in our Discord. So. I feel like we're just popping the ball up in the air constantly in this game. It's like right there. See, another just fly ball, deep left center field.
Oh. So close.
Well, I couldn't catch that angle. It kind of went back behind me as opposed to right in the dead center. Sorry, teammate. Sorry, other teammate. Really worried about our 4th teammate. Nice, get in there. Oh, no! Ooh. You got the rebound?
Nope.
All right, coming up, we'll have List of the Day after this. We'll also tell you the story of some cow that got in a little...
Our teammates. So frustrating.
Miscalculation. If you think they're bad, what about the other guy?
Well, it's like the 3rd time that like it's coming across the goal and I have the angle and he just like pops it straight up because he's trying to force it, you know?
Yeah.
Which happens, but like 3 times is he's just not paying attention to where his teammates are. It's frustrating.
All right, thank you for being here. 7:26, we are losers. 10:26 out east. It is 3:26 for those watching GMS in the UK. Sean will come back in a little bit. Bear and I will hang out. Bear outside the window. So. Oh wait, late start.
Why are you getting rid of me? That's fair enough.
Next
I'll just stay here
hour,
and eat my chips.
Sean will take off and come back. I forgot you said 8:25. 8:20. It's not the same time. It's a different time. Those aren't chips. Those are pancakes.
I am your pancake expert.
Crunchy.
What kind are they? Doritos? Ooh, we heard a little bit of your drinking there. That was a different form of GMS ASMR. Always like those throat noises.
GMS ASMR. We're in your ears.
Consensually.
Alexa, cancel.
All right, 727. Let's get you the list of the day. 927 from LB. What are chips but just crunchy, flavorful pancakes? Brendan goes, this is too much. This is not consensual. I hate that one. Okay. Bob, you went over the line, my friend. A little bit too much.
Oops, I did it again.
Sure did, buddy.
You dummy, Bob.
Listen, Bob lives in a box in my garage, okay? He needs to be able to, be able to take in all the aromas that are out there.
Smelling through the box hole.
I do it more quietly next time. Noted, chat. Noted. I hate that one. That's too much. This is not consensual. Love it. Love it. Good morning to Dungeon Master KJ. It is good to see you. Thank you for being here for this morning radio show that plays games. I am Hefty Goof. That is Sports.Gaming on the left side. Thank you for those who have given us a thumbs up this morning on Facebook Gaming and on YouTube. You can do it too. Always helps us out quite a bit. We are asking you today on National Do Something Nice Day, what's a nice random act that you have experienced? Coming up about an hour from now, we'll take a look at the Gaming Morning Show Morning Gaming Renews. We'll have your clip of the day and takeaways that were pretty okay as well. All right, on the note of National Do Something Nice Day, here's 20 random acts of kindness to try today. This was written in February of 2019 from Madeline Galassi, and this is for theeverygirl.com. Random acts of kindness matter, reads the opening paragraph. Doing something unexpected for someone can not only completely change their day, but has the potential to make you feel happy as well. So let's see what we can do to try to make someone's day today.
1.
That first one is buy coffee for the person in line behind you. This is kind of that pay it forward mentality, and it is a little bit of a gamble because you never know what their order is necessarily. But I have been in a situation where I've seen somebody actually try to do it, and then like the person behind them like had a pretty big order. So then I was like I'll help you out on that one. So we ended up splitting the order, but most of the time I get pretty okay.
I've also been in the situation where it went the other way, and someone paid for our order, and it was like $12 or something because it was 2 coffees and something for the kids, or and then we paid for the person behind us and they got like a drip coffee and it was like $2. Well, we tried. We did our part.
Yeah, you're getting getting coffee for the entire office. It's like, yeah, I'd love to buy the coffee for the folks behind me. Okay, that'll be $487. Maybe not.
Nope. 2.
Number 2 is send a friend a nice text. This is always nice to do, but sometimes it's important for our friends to know that we're thinking about them and appreciate them. So let someone you're close with know how well they're doing and how much you appreciate having them in your life.
I have kind of almost a superstition-y feel about this one, and every once in a while someone will pop into my head. And I've tried. I've not been 100% by any means, but I've tried to be like, okay, I'm gonna send that person just a message to say, hey, I was thinking about you today. I can't talk right now, but wishing you, to be as well as you possibly can be. So I do like receiving those too.
3.
Along those same lines, leave a nice note on a coworker's desk. Sometimes somebody does something, but you maybe aren't, close enough to them where you have their phone number. Maybe an email feels a little bit too impersonal, so you find a way to leave a note on a desk. Someone might write, "You're amazing at what you do. I love working with you," for example. It can start someone's day off on the right foot.
4.
Nice. Number 4 is Venmo a friend $5 for coffee with an inspirational message. You can surprise a friend, give them some money towards their next caffeine fix, and a nice little note. This is especially helpful or nice to do when you know they have something stressful going on that day, like maybe it's the morning of an interview or the first day on a new job or something like that.
5.
Mail someone you love a card. Listen, this is kind of that situation where back in the day, having an opportunity to send someone a card was commonplace, right? And then with the advent of email, it became far less commonplace, and so people didn't receive as many things in the mail as they used to. So if that's the case for you and you haven't received something in the mail in quite some time, then maybe this is a way for you to do just that. You can send someone a nice card in the mail. It's unexpected and a thoughtful way to let somebody know that you're really thinking about them.
6.
Number 6, leave a snack for your mailman. Your mailman, someone who works hard every day and often goes unnoticed. Leave them a snack and a note thanking them for all they do. This could also be doubled for delivery drivers, as if you're like us, you get lots of stuff delivered all the time, and they're working hard out there.
7.
Drop a heads up penny on the ground for someone who believes in good luck to find. I feel like that's a great idea. It feels like a little bit. It literally is. It's planted. Like somebody's gonna walk along and be like, "Oh look, what a random coincidence! I found a heads up penny." You're over there on the side with your binoculars. We're gonna pick it up. I mean, I guess it's not much different than just losing a penny, but
right.
Yeah.
It's very specific though. You have to leave it for someone who believes in good luck to find.
Well, and I didn't realize that was. I thought it was like find a penny, pick it up all day. I didn't realize that heads up pennies were like more lucky, maybe.
Yeah, I think there's different versions of this superstition. So.
Why is there a trail of heads up pennies right now?
It's leading right towards that dark alley. Oh, good luck.
8.
Number 8, give a compliment. If you see someone wearing something nice that you like, tell them. If you never know how far a little positivity can go. Give a compliment today.
KJ, your bee hello emote on Twitch is a very good looking bee. And that took a lot for me to say. Because bees terrify me.
9.
Oh, call a family member. If there's one person on this morning radio show that plays games who's the poster child for calling family members, it's this guy right here. I'll be right back. I got to make a phone call. It's a good idea. I did call my grandma the other day, and that was a good thing to do because you never know how long your grandparents might be with us. So, yeah. Getting on the phone with grandma, being super chatty, being on the phone with grandma or a super chatty aunt can turn into a 3-hour ordeal. And it's always something that gets pushed to the bottom of her to-do list. Something to the point that it doesn't happen. Sometimes to the point that it doesn't happen. Call a family member that you know would love to hear your voice, whether it be your mom, grandma, aunt, or a sibling.
1. 0.
And number 10, do one of your roommate's chores. If you have a roommate, do something for them that you know they don't want to do themselves. Instead of taking their laundry out of the dryer and putting it in their laundry basket, fold it for them. Instead of tiptoeing around their dirty dishes that they're planning to do later, clean them up.
Why'd you fold my underwear, Sean?
Oh, I always sneak into fold your underwear. That's kind of my thing.
10 random acts of kindness that you can try today. There's actually more than 10 on this list, so you can check it out if you would like from the everygirl.com. And you can read through those random acts of kindness that you can try today, including leading people astray with a random trail of pennies. Element of One says, dang, I'm my own roommate, which means I have to go do chores. Down says, let the damn roommate do their own damn chore. Man, have we had some bad roommate experiences before, chat? Mel B said, we gave one woman a ride before she said she was hungry, so we gave her some food. Yeah, I always try to take like the free items that come from. Honestly, it's usually from McDonald's, because McDonald's has like a deal almost every day in their app where it's like you buy this and you get free that. And I rarely am interested in that. It's like always food that I'm not too interested, but it's free. And so I like to take that to folks who might need it, because if it's free, it's not hard for me to do that. So I try to do that every once in a while.
Nice.
All right, 7:37 on this morning radio show that plays games. We have a story to tell you about, and this one is based on the last couple weeks, a King Gray special.
You can news if you wanna.
Because it's about a cow. And as we know, King Gray appreciates cows. Stories from Ben Hooper of UPI firefighters are able to rescue a calf that made a slight miscalculation. Firefighters in England came to the rescue of a curious calf that made a miscalculation and ended up with its head stuck in a pylon, which, by the way, my brain, being very football focused, thinks of a football pylon, and those you can't actually get your head stuck into, so don't quite know what this is. The fire station said in a Twitter post that an animal rescue crew responded to a field where a young cow got its head stuck through an opening in a metal base of a pylon. Quote, "This calf made a slight miscalculation this morning." Firefighters were able to help the cow get its head free of the structure. Quote, "He was last seen moving off to rejoin his herd."
It's terrible.
They were so excited to ride it.
I think the firefighters put the cow in this situation so they could write these tweets.
We need more cow puns in our life. Go shove that calf into a what's a pylon in this respect?
By the picture, it just looks like the bottom of a metal structure where it's connected to like concrete in the ground. It's just like a support.
Okay. How many times did we get to say miscalculation?
Miscalculation.
Miscalculation. Thank you for being here at 7:40 West Coast time. Coming up next, we'll have sports on this morning radio show that plays games. Towns asked me, "You eat at McDonald's every day?" No. There was a period of time where I was going often because it was really, really yummy, and I loved their breakfast, but then I realized I can't sustain that. But it was a period of time. But no, if you have the McDonald's app, I mean, you could actually go to McDonald's almost every single day, and a lot of times even claim free stuff. At least in our area, there's a couple of sports teams that have deals with McDonald's, the Timbers, the Thorns, and the Blazers. And especially during Blazers seasons, if they score over 100 points, then you get free chicken McNuggets without any other purchase. You have to buy them through the app. So if you wanted to bring chicken nuggets to someone every single day, you almost can. Between that, and then they always have like a breakfast sandwich deal where it's like buy one get one free with the Timbers and the Thorns. So. Oh, and Oregon State are on that. That's what I'm saying. You almost literally can get free food every day from McDonald's. You just need a smartphone and an app. Down says I would go every day for free nuggets. I don't love chicken McNuggets as much as other fast food nugget options. Get up! Ugh. It looked like me playing shortstop in rec softball right there. Mel B said we had bought some sandwich stuff and gave it to her and just went back and bought more. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, if there's a way to even try to find something that can provide some persistent sustenance, that's helpful. What are other good, like, you know, non-perishable but nutrient-dense type food that you can acquire fairly affordably and have it on hand. Like, maybe you could keep it in your car if you ever did see somebody who was in need. Because, like, you can't do, like, nuts or anything, because that could be an allergy issue.
Right.
Granola bars? They're not terribly nutrient-dense, though, are they?
There are worse things you could have, though.
Okay. That could be a good one. Yeah, breakfast bar is a good idea from Downs. And one thing, too, if you ever have a friend who has, like, a warehouse club membership, whether they're, like, at Sam's Club or Costco or something, that's a good way to get a lot of those items at less cost per item. So, Element said, I used to always give my friend free nugs. Whoa! We all hit that ball at the same time with the same force, and we just all stopped. That was nuts. Protein bars and water bottles. I almost mixed that up and said something along the lines of nice. Whatever we were saying earlier.
Axe.
Nice axe. Okay, well, yeah, maybe I'll start carrying some protein bars with me, because I've always wondered what I could have that would be helpful. We had a day in the house, Mel B bringing up sandwiches made me think of this. My wife has to go into the office one day a week, and it's typically either Wednesday or Thursday. And so for dinner one night, the idea was just to have sandwiches. So we could get home, open up all the sandwich toppings or fillings, I suppose, and just you can make kind of what you wanted. And I was like, man, like a homemade, like high stacked sandwich is pretty top notch. I don't do it enough. Where you have like maybe 3 types of meats, and then you get like fresh vegetables to include in there. A couple slices of different types of cheese. Underrated.
Yeah, I don't do sandwiches at home much, but they are tasty.
Sandwiches. They are quite tasty. Get in there. Oh. I love hitting those angled shots.
Nice.
Perfect. Protein bars and water bottles. Already read that one from KJ. Element, dang, I am my own roommate. Where we read that one. But yeah, they have dollar sandwich deals every day for me. Yeah, you can get a really cheap sandwich at McDonald's. If you're, ever struggling to get some sort of food for some reason, have the McDonald's app on hand, because there's some pretty affordable, even though, yeah, not great for you, but, it's calories if you need them, so. Sorry. Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. This isn't an advertisement. Like, I have the Wendy's app, which I prefer from a fast food perspective, but they never have nearly the kind of deals that McDonald's has.
Yeah. That's kind of specific to McDonald's most of the time.
One more.
Why not?
But I felt like I knew what I was doing there. I was like, I'm just going to place this right there. You were in perfect position, too.
Help.
Yeah, here, seriously.
Could not take it.
Of course. I'm sitting here talking about the McDonald's app, and it won't connect. Seriously, I went to the deals page, and it says, no matching deals at this time based on your current location. Please check again soon. You're making me out to be a liar, McDonald's app. I'm sitting here talking about how great your app is, and now it's not even working. Ridiculous.
Way to go, McDonald's.
All right, we mentioned the Monsters and Friends podcast. That is out now, the new season for it. You can catch Superphonics new DMCA Safe album that is out as well. It's all synthwave. It was all created on an iPad. It's called Sunset Vista, and there's 8 new songs on there. And then all this month, Austin Attack 12 is doing a Austin's basically the whole month supporting Stream for a Cause. You can see there on your screen if you're in chat, nonprofit that supports grassroots initiatives and community-based nonprofits all over the world. There will be different incentives, including Austin getting a Halloween-inspired tattoo. And on October 29th, at the end of this month, Austin is hosting a 12-hour Halloween party. So check it out. Austin and Stream for a Cause teaming up at twitch.tv/AustinAttack12. Man, we got done with that game early. It's 7:47 West Coast, 10:47 out east. It is 3:48 now for those watching GMS in the afternoon. Doodly-doo. Sean Hefty this morning. World Teachers Day, National Walk to School Day, National Pumpkin Seed Day, National Coffee with a Cop Day, National Apple Betty Day, National Get Funky Day, and National Rhode Island Day. I mentioned doily is one of my favorite words, and then we got into doodles because Mr. Doodle caused a viral sensation yesterday. We had that story earlier in the show. Funky is also another fun word that I really like to say.
Funky's good. What about a funky doily?
Better than doily funk.
Doily funk.
Funk!
Sounds sticky.
Funk! Funk!
Just making sure. Funky, get funky. Dungeon Master KJ, speaking from experience, for real, if you are really hungry and need food, please go to a grocery store and a restaurant and ask to speak to the manager and ask if they are able to give you something. It is super humbling, but I was never treated with disrespect and often got a meal or a few bucks. That's really good, speaking from experience advice. So thank you, KJ, for sharing that. I deliver food on the side, and I did go into a restaurant, and someone had come in right behind me and asked, "Are you still giving away pizzas?" And it sounds like for a while that restaurant had been offering pizzas at a certain time of day. Another option too, if it's available, and I know it's in the San Francisco and Portland, Oregon areas, there's an app called Too Good To Go, and this would not be for what KJ's talking about, but if you had some money to then take things to people, this app helps you find like surplus stuff that would otherwise either be donated by the restaurant to a food bank or something like that, or possibly be thrown away. And so the app Too Good To Be True, like I can go and get a surprise bag from C Sweets Pokey in Portland, Oregon, and it's $6, and it's just a variety of things that they have at the end of the day. There's a bagel place, there's an industrial kitchen, mohos, etc. So yeah, just some different options that are available. And so like if you lived on the route where these restaurants are, you could try to like figure a path. So yeah, quiet, just to be clear. Melby, I had a free cookie on my app for Chick-fil-A I sent to my mom. It was several years ago. About the woman I sent my mom the cookie just now, that woman said she was getting food from the garbage, so we gave her food too. Quiet said, also speaking from experience, oftentimes you'll see perfectly good food in dumpsters that grocery stores use. If they cut into food accidentally, they end up just throwing the entire package out. Yeah. Sean and I have talked off air about trying to find some sustainability partners for the show. And there was one grocery store chain that had a moment where they basically had a power outage, so they threw everything away, but they weren't letting people get to it. And that was a disappointing moment in time that, you know, I think is not necessarily a one-off, as Quiet just said.
Yep.
So,
Yep.
yeah. And maybe that's something, again, I'm not exaggerating. Maybe that's something that GMS can have some small impact in. You know, and we've been talking a lot about this when we get to our next GMS Week of Action, which we have not done since 2020. Or sorry, since 2021. That's one thing that we may ask for your help with, chat, is, you know, recognizing the fact that we have folks who are joining us from all over the world, right? And if we can replicate something that has an impact among all of us in our own little spaces, then that could actually have a wide-ranging, albeit small-scale impact. So we'll be talking more about that in the coming months for sure. All right. 7:52, it's time for sports.
Sports.
All right, it's time for our surprise, because we had both mentioned that we did not see neither a Mets nor Atlanta score from yesterday as the playoff push in Major League Baseball, and we are cheering on Mike O's Mets to make, well, they're making the postseason, but to win the division title. So actually, let's
first round bye.
Yeah, exactly, a very important first round bye. So let's go nostalgic here, Sean. Did the Mets win?
And they had a doubleheader, right?
That's correct.
I think they won one and lost one.
All right, locked in. Yesterday, the New York Mets took on the Washington Nationals, likely the worst team in baseball, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, Pittsburgh has like 100 losses now, just kind of scanning quickly. 102 losses for the Oakland A's. So yeah, Washington's the worst team in baseball. And the New York Mets defeated the Nationals 4-2.
Correct.
Kind of. Then in the nightcap, the Mets, trying to win their 100th game of the year, took on that same Nationals squad. The Mets put up 8 runs, which you would think would be enough to win a game. And they shut out the Nationals.
Incorrect.
So you were incorrect. They didn't split, but they did win both games.
Nice.
So, if Atlanta loses, the Mets would be back in first place. No. Probably half game back. I don't really know. It's going to be close. However, Atlanta took down the Miami, the Marlins as a fish 2-1. So,
Bummer.
today, the New York Mets have officially been eliminated from the division title race.
Sad. Man, they're still in it, though.
Yeah. I feel so bad because when Mike was still hosting the show, we would talk about the Mets always kind of dwindling toward the end of September. But it would sometimes often happen in August. And this year, the Mets even gave hope into the later stages of August, even into the early part of September. And they still blew the division title. So.
Yeah.
All right. Today is the regular season finale for most of Major League Baseball. Nationals, Mets at 110. Your American League looks like it's pretty set up. You have the Astros, Yankees, and Guardians division titles. Blue Jays can't catch up in the AL East, so they'll be the top wild card. Mariners and Rays to follow. All of that's pretty much set up, so there's no changes that can happen there. Mets top wild card. Padres will be the second. Phillies are in as well. Dodgers the top seed. Braves, and then Cardinals behind that. So there you go. That is your Major League Baseball update. And that is your sports. It's 7:55 already. On time. Yeah, nice work.
Yeah,
Right.
so we're going to have New York, San Diego series. Should be doable.
And that's a 3-game series, right?
Yeah. But then they have to go through the Dodgers, so might be tough.
Oof, that's unfortunate because I want the Mets to be successful. But I would love to see a San Diego, Los Angeles. That would be the NLDS, I believe. So, yeah. Let me see if I can pull that up. Well, I'll look in the break because we're going to head to the final hour. Crew is coming up next. We'll play Don't Let the Person Floating from the Balloons Fall in the Monster's Mouth. So that is on the way. We'll also have takeaways that are pretty okay, clip of the day, and more. Thank you for being here. It's a morning radio show that plays games. Quickly, Downs says, how are the D Tigers doing? It's football season for you, Downs. Go Birds. Make the transition. Make the transition. All right, final hour crew is next. Sean and Hefty. It is Wednesday, Weekend of the Week edition, October 5th, 2022, on Facebook Gaming, Twitch, YouTube, and at GamingMorningShow.tv.
I could run for my life, I could see your disguise, but it'll be just fine if heaven's secure. I could tell you were bored, but I gave you my word that it'll be just fine if you stay in for love. Through lonely days, we got better as they came. We are electrolytes glowing through the rain. We
do my Darth Vader too. Ready? Yeah.
That one's better, but the
I don't
bar was
know.
real low.
Yeah.
Was that the dolphin's blowhole? Is that what you're saying?
That was either Darth Vader or it was a spaceship
Just
docking with the
sleeping.
International Space Station.
Okay, this is Darth Vader sleeping.
Okay. Something went in its mouth.
There was a pig there too for some reason. I'm not quite sure why.
Yeah. Sometimes the blanket goes over the front of his rebreather.
No, you're crying.
Oh, my abs.
Oh no! And the best part is Mike's on the phone. How we doing, chat? No, it's the background. Don't stop. No, it's AJ. It's the background. I'm look how very much not red I am.
Yes.
Morning to the final hour crew.
Imagine if that's the first time you've ever watched GMS. That's what you walked into.
Right.
Oh my God. Peel back the curtain a little bit. Okay. That's actually our full monetization plan of YouTube. There you go. You have it. It's just going to be 14 hours, one video of me going cracked. And it's just going to play on a loop. That's our only plan. I'm sure it'll work.
So, I'm pretty sure that this is the one that made us stop playing.
It's these kind of things for sure. People are searching. I'm too fat to blank. Wipe
I'm
myself.
pretty sure this was the exact one
Date.
that made us say no.
Work out, be loved, or tiptoe. Yep, now that I think about it, I think it was. Because I think we know the answer to this one. But let's go ahead and see what we get. No, no!
I'm too fat to tiptoe.
Tiptoe through what, perhaps?
Tiptoe through the tunnel.
Stuff, cars, and decals and whatnot. Oh, okay, there we go.
Stuff.
Is going to be available for Rocket League today. So check that out. That'll be available. The pack will be 20,000 of whatever they're called, because now there's a cat in front of the screen. But there's 2,000 of those.
Whole lot of cats.
If you want that. Oh, okay, that's my hand. And then a woman. Oh, now you're just laying on it. Oh, pushing buttons. Well, a woman was arrested for allegedly sending customer bottled water instead of a PlayStation 5.
True.
You're
reading off your phone now?
I had to take a picture. And let's.
Boom, 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 boom. By the way, we were playing a Monopoly game, and Digital Doc was just taking all of our money, and said they caught me. I was using my Mike O statues to store my stolen diamonds. Inside the crotch is a very small compartment where I stashed the diamonds. I know what you're asking, Doc. Why not just store all the diamonds in one statue instead of building so many and increasing risk? Well, I considered this approach. The statues were made to scale, so I had to create multiple statues because the crotch compartment was just so small. I could basically only fit one diamond per crotch.
Oh my goodness, where is this? Oh wow, okay.
And then
Amazing.
Digital Doc followed that up with,
We need, so I guess we need crotch pockets or something. Crotch pockets.
pockets.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, clearly, I mean, I've
Yeah,
never
Bob's
seen
fine.
again for further evidence that Bob is absolutely okay. So
Yeah, it's absolutely fine.
Why don't you just tell everybody, in fact, just how fine Bob is?
So fine. Yep. Plenty of water, plenty of food, plenty of room. He even has a window, also known as a handle for the box.
Mhm.
So, yeah, he's fine.
See? So anyone who's ever been concerned about Bob, you've never, ever needed more proof than what Kopi is telling you right now on this very good edition of Gaming Morning Show. So.
Yep.
Coming up on Gaming Morning Show, don't let the person floating from the balloons fall in the monster's mouth. And GMS, Morning Gaming Renews. Get ready for your takeaways that were pretty okay. And the clip of the day. Find GMS on Facebook Gaming, Twitch, YouTube, and GamingMorningShow.tv. And go to our website, GamingMorningShow.tv. Beep boop beep boop. Time for hour number 3. Right now.
Morning, gamer. Welcome in. Gaming Morning Show continues. Thank you for being here. It is the weekend of the week edition of the show. We are on Facebook Gaming, Twitch, YouTube, Twitter Spaces, and at GamingMorningShow.tv. You can take us lurk and listen on Twitter Spaces or Twitch audio only mode. Thank you for being here. That is Sports.Gaming. Left side of your screen, I am Hefty Goof. We've had a lot of fun this morning on Do Something Nice Day. Is that what it is? National Do Something Nice Day? Let me look.
Yep.
Yeah, what's a nice random act that you've experienced before? We talked about getting coffee for other people, leaving some nice notes on a desk, and putting pennies down to lure people into places you want them to be.
Traps, if you will.
Nice traps. Oh no, it's a trap, but it's a nice trap.
It's a friendly trap.
All right, let's play Don't Let the Person Floating from the Balloons Fall in the Monster's Mouth. We are doing very well with this game. Coming up later this hour, we will play some Rocket League, try to get some achievements done, try to get all the assists, although I know Sean has to dip a little bit early in this hour. We'll also have the Gaming Morning Show, Morning Gaming Renews, Clip of the Day, and Takeaways that were pretty okay. A reminder in chat, GMS Tuesday Nights debuted yesterday. Big thanks again to Hey It's Brendan TTV, The Element of One, and VG did try. For being part of that, we played a night of the Game of Life during GMS Game Night. Next week, it'll be GMS Fudge as we play through Resident Evil Village. I will be alongside Sports Gaming, navigating the wonderful world of, I believe, Ethan Winters.
Sounds right.
And all of the evil that is residential to the village.
It's a pretty rough neighborhood, that village.
You won't like the neighbors.
They don't do nice acts.
They don't have
But
nice
they have a
acts.
nice axe.
Nice.
Morning to the final hour crew.
The final hour crew is here.
Hello, FHC.
Element of One, Mel B. It is good to see you. Thank you for being here. I am JF Downs, along for the ride. Quiet I Am Gaming has checked in as well. Dungeon Meowster KJ. Wow. We're up here to Hey It's Brendan TTV. Scott Chick. We're not big fans of Bob's ASMR earlier. Quiet I Am Gaming is here as well. Everyone else who's been along for the ride. Heavenly Soul. Drew Maga checked in earlier in the show as well. It's Thanksgiving this weekend for us in Canada. That's our sign. October has begun. Interesting.
Nice.
Man, we are just a couple of 6 weeks away from our Thanksgiving in the U.S.
Yeah. It's gonna come quick.
We saw Hyper, who was joining us from Australia this morning, said that the time had just changed. So now it is 2:07 for those watching in Australia. Everyone who's here, whether you're listening, lurking, Forgettable Vendetta was here as well. Thank you for being here for this morning radio show that plays games. Let's play Don't Let the Person Floating from the Balloons Fall in the Monster's Mouth.
To see the record for the most balloons banked in Don't Let the Person Floating from the Balloons Fall in the Monster's Mouth, remember to type the easy-to-remember acronym DLTPFFTBFITMMREC.
514 balloons. The all-time record in chat is 515, so we're already banking on the fact that we're going to get an additional balloon at worst. You know what I'll do? This will make sense. It's fictional characters category. I'm just going to type ZWX and get us down to one balloon, just so that we can get it.
Seems like a bad idea.
Kalaf, I might have missed as well. Kalaf's still here with us, our head of research and development. Guesses the letter N. N.
N, yes.
An A from Quiet.
A, yes.
Fictional characters. The Ford Focus has become the focus of our best big swings.
It's the Shack of fall 2022.
Shaq.
A D from Downs.
D, no.
Their dog.
D, no.
Their boy Elroy. That's a different
E.
one. The E is there though.
Ding, ding, ding.
A T from Quiet.
T. Yes.
Dang it, they noticed. The mouse jumped, okay? Quiet said you no.
You, no.
I do know what I did. We didn't even need it anyway. There's an I from K-Laugh. We all knew it was Pink Panther. I was just challenging you.
It was Downs' fault.
Thanks, Downs, for taking the heat.
Cracked.
All right, 519 banked balloons. We move forward to places. Places. You know what you did. There was something in my eye. Okay.
It was the glare.
R. E. Ding, ding, ding.
That's what we're playing next week. R-E. Ooh, Downs.
That's a big swing.
Good guess on Mississippi. Ooh, K-Laugh might be on it.
Now that's a big swing.
K-Laugh is cracked.
Cracked.
That's nice, K-Laugh. Big swing with 6 more balloons. We're up to 525. That is 1,025.
Perfect.
Occupations, if you will, please.
Brain surgeon.
That's a big swing.
Brand surgeon. Beep. Beep. I don't think this All-Brand's gonna make it. These grape nuts we're losing them.
Shaq.
K-Laugh wants vice president.
V. No.
Downs wants hand massager. I'll give you the A from that one.
A. No.
True guest Ford Focuser.
And cha-ching!
Quiet puts us on the board with N. Bum, 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 ba-dum, bum, 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 bum.
It's probably hedgehog.
Don't think it's hedgehog.
Hot broad nuggets.
That's not an occupation.
Could be.
Space rats. Oh, it's star backwards.
S and R in there, you know, hand massager wasn't too far off from Downs.
Ding, ding, ding. A. No.
Still no on that A there. Downs with analyzers. I from Quiet.
I. Cha-ching!
I think I have an idea what it could be. KJ has us with the E.
E. Yes. S-H-A-Q.
Cars insurers. Oh, it's not insurers.
You. No.
No, we don't.
Question mark.
I thought it was insurers for surers.
Is it something inspector?
Oh, boo boo doo boo 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 boo.
Yes.
Clue inspector.
P from Heavenly Soul. That hit. Yep. Home inspector.
I liked clue inspector. Ooh, shoe inspector.
Yes. Ding, ding, ding.
Ford inspector.
We got 4 more banked balloons. We're up to 519. No, sorry, 529. 529. Trying to take 10 balloons away from us. That'll teach me. This one's all about sports.
Sports.
S. P. O. S.
Not sports. That's not how it works. Keith Anthony, good morning.
Hello, FHC.
It's great to have you here this morning. An S from Quiet I Am Gaming.
S. Cha-ching.
And an A from KJ.
A. Yes.
M from Drew Mega.
M. Ding, ding, ding.
Keith Anthony guesses an R.
R. Yes.
Cracked right now. D from Downs.
D. No.
I always feel bad when Downs actually guesses something and then it's not actually in the puzzle. Again, this is all about sports. Sports.
H.
A T and an N.
T. Yes. N. No.
We have 4 balloons left. All about sports. A U from Keith.
U. Ding, ding, ding.
Could you tell me what Downs just said?
Most backward.
Calef had MVP. Calef most valuable player. I think you're right. All about sports. Most valuable player. This is quite the little puzzle. It's a lot of variety of letters in there.
Yeah, it's a good one.
All right, we have 4 more banked balloons. We get to play for one more puzzle. This one is no repeating letters.
Oh boy, here we go.
No.
Boo. Drew Megan just said, you real MVP quiet. Oh, and Caleb too. Most back-a-wad player. Oh, KJ.
We don't do all vowels at once. That's risky.
We don't do all the vowels. All right,
At least it's It's not single vowel, so that could be worse.
All right, give me the vowel that you are comfortable with.
Well, let's go in order. We'll do A.
Okay, A from KJ.
A. Yes.
An R from Quiet.
R.
No, sorry.
Ding, ding, ding.
Bob. Keith wants the E. Should I go with the E?
Yeah.
E.
I'm gonna laugh
Ding, ding, ding.
if all of the vowels are actually in here. Since we haven't popped a balloon, I'm gonna go I. Is that okay?
Yeah.
All right, we popped a balloon.
I. No.
Well, Bob knows, so. We have the E. We have the S from Kalaf.
S. Yes.
No repeating letters. T.
See, I
from-
wish we had.
T.
I wish the category was no repeating letters, but then it still had a category too.
Yes.
It's tricky.
Do you want me to go with the O? Keith wants the U. I could see either of those being in there. I'm going to go with the U since Keith's there too.
U. Ding, ding, ding.
What the heck? KJ went off the bat with A-E-I-O-U, and only 2 missed.
O.
That's not bad. That's not bad. We have an H from Kalaf.
H. No.
All right, we have 3 balloons left. Let's talk about this. Drumega wants an L.
L. Yes.
It's not Lutherans.
Is it lumberjacks?
Didn't we have this one before?
I don't know.
Sports.gaming is.
Cracked.
We Downs authorized your answer. Nice work. Nice work. All right, 536 banked balloons on this episode of Don't Let the Person Floating from the Balloons Fall in the Monster's Mouth. Nice work, chat. Nice work. Pretty impressive. Impressive indeed.
All right. It's pretty good.
All right, we'll play one game of Achievement Hunter Rocket League. Is there anything specific you need to get?
I didn't get a good look at them.
Okay.
If they popped up.
Oh, and I forgot. I should have put us in the 2v2 for this time frame in the final hour crew. 536 balloons. That's pretty impressive. And KJ coming out with that big A-E-I-O-U. I had my doubts, and you proved me wrong, KJ. Oof.
That was close.
I don't know exactly where I wanted that to go. I just had whiffed in the middle of the field, so I was trying to throw it to the corner, and I almost put it in the net. Always risky for Hefty there. Ugh.
With net wide open.
I feel like Bob does that exceptionally well.
Yeah, a little too well.
Is Bob Scott Stapp? Okay, we should be back. Hopefully he didn't lose us. Check 1, check 2. 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 Check 1, check 2.
This is the rest of the show.
Check 1. we almost went off the air, but Hefty got stuck. Yes! Oh. Check 1. Check 2. Check red. Check blue. Ryan
One
Reynolds.
check, 2 check.
Ryan Reynolds and Hugh. Death Pool. Did I say death?
Nice.
Did I say Death Pool?
You said Death Poop.
No, I
Is that the sequel to Death Loop? Death Poop?
I tried to say Death Pool, and I think I said Death Poo, and it's Dead Pool. Death Poop. I've been on the toilet a couple of times. Never. Nope. Nope. Too late. Can't put that one back in the box.
Well, there it is. The first poop mention of the day. Mark it down.
23 past the hour. FHC.
They did pretty good.
Yeah. They don't happen as frequently as they used to. Kayla said, okay, nobody says, say Bob's real identity again. He's on to us. Yeah, almost threw us off the air. Because someone brought up Scott Bob Stapp. It was quiet. Yeah. I mean, if you keep calling Bob that, you're going to get a staph infection. It'll be digital, but... Keith, is that what you were looking for, was the personal best, though, for don't let the person floating from the balloons fall in the monster's mouth? Or are you looking for peanut butter balloons? Oh, crap. Much like death poop, it never goes back in the box. Dieth Pule. Oh, look at that shot.
Nice. Oh, that should have been my assist still.
Let me see. Watching on tape. Oh, yeah, you must have played that.
I was the
for a
last
while.
one that hit it. It just took too long.
Either or I'm easy. Okay. Keith says, do something nice today. I went to work. Does count as doing something nice? Yes.
That was almost a catastrophe.
I didn't want you to get credit for the goal. Yeah, I think going to work counts. You showed up for somebody else. It might be a little more slight obligatory doing something nice, but did you tell the person who is supervising that day, whether it was you or like did you call your manager if you supervise the store or whatever, and say, hey, I did something nice today. I showed up for you. Or if you work in a customer-facing job, you just tell them, "I'm here for you." Okay, I didn't leave you hanging. Oh. Uh-oh. Did you enjoy playing Deathloop? I can't remember what your verdict was on that game.
I loved Deathloop. It was a lot of fun.
'Cause that game's out for like Xbox now and stuff.
Yeah, it's out for everything now. And out for Game Pass, so definitely worth the free it is, but would even be worth buying. It's a good game.
For $none and none cents. Whoops, I was looking at chat and just happened to collide with the ball. It's a no man's. Our teammates gotta be like, what is wrong with Hefty Goof?
Well, I'm sure there would have been people in the way, but I was lining up like a direct shot down to the goal, and he just came out of nowhere and like booped it out of the way.
Seriously, I was looking at what people were writing in chat. I was like, oh, wait a second. All right, thanks for being here. 8:27 West Coast time. It's 11:27 out east. 4:27 for those watching GMS in the UK. All right, Sean's got to go a little bit earlier today. I'll get you the Gaming Morning Show, Morning Gaming Re-News coming up in just a little bit. Clip of the day takeaways that were pretty okay as well. Everyone say goodbye to Sean. Goodbye. Sean's gone. It's just me, you, and yeah. Just us doing something nice. I dropped my controller again. All right, thank you for being here. We'll give you takeaways that were pretty okay, clip of the day, and then we'll take a look at our best moments from today's show as we send you somewhere via the raid if you're watching on Twitch. Thank you again for the likes on Facebook Gaming and on YouTube, always helpful. And big thanks to those who have joined us on Twitter Spaces, although I'm going to end it. It looks like the audio had a little bit of a problem there. So I will kill that for today. We'll try it again tomorrow. We are going to be doing Twitter Spaces Week in Review coming up Friday at 12:30 p.m. Pacific Time. So if you would like to join us for that, not exactly sure what it'll look like this week, but what we would like to do going forward is kind of having a recap of some of the things that we talked about on the show. I certainly would like to invite folks who might have areas of expertise in those areas that we talked about during the course of the week. So we'll see if we can make that happen week in and week out, 12:30 p.m. Pacific Time on Fridays at twitter.com/watchgms. And that Spaces is already loaded for this week. So if you do want to RSVP, you have that opportunity. So that's an option as well. Keith says, I was the manager on shift today. I looked at myself in the mirror and said, I told myself I'm here for you. I kind of like that. That's actually a very almost power of positivity kind of way to look at it. So, Keith, I'm going to just believe you and take your word for it. Yeah, Drew Maker said Deathloop was a super fun game. If you like any of the Dishonored games, then you will like Deathloop. I enjoyed watching Sean play it. I think I'm almost 90% sure that was all GMS Plays Live. And GMS Plays Live will be part of our GMS Tuesday nights lineup. So I don't think we have any in the month of October planned, but you can see our full GMS Tuesday nights calendar for the month of October in the Discord. Again, if you're a Patreon subscriber, which nearly 30 of you are, a reminder to get your answer in for the name of the month giveaway right now in the Patreon only Discord. Big thanks again to those celebrating Patreon subiversaries this week. That Jeff MT, Kim Chica, Dungeon Meowster KJ, Papa Paz, Superphonic, Rad Artisan, Grim Toga, Five Still, Incantasia, Kiki Low, Digital Dot Games, Chris ME, Culty Vibes, and Hofbrew. If you would like to become a Patreon subscriber, please know that our subscriber tier will change middle of October. So if you would like to get in while the current tiers are available, go check it out now. That's patreon.com/gamingmorningshow. All right, I'm going to try to get my MVP for this game because I think I need one for my weekly challenges this week. If you missed it earlier in the show, we told you about the British artist who covered their entire mansion in doodles. In fact, this person's name is Mr. Doodle. They call, or they say that Mr. Doodle's wife is Mrs. Doodle. And they also have a dog, which in the article from Ben Hooper of UPI was unnamed. K-Laugh, I believe, gave us that the dog is hopefully a Labradoodle named Doodle Dog. Or maybe that was Sean's Doodle Dog, but I like the idea of the Labradoodle. I also like the idea that if the dog that they have is not actually a Labradoodle, that they just tell everybody that it is, just so they can fit the narrative. Yeah, this is my dog. It's clearly a Labradoodle. Can't you tell? I always kind of like when you get almost tangled up with an opponent and then you just keep driving in the same direction to see if they will go off track before you. I don't know. For some reason, I find that humorous. It's probably annoying as I'll get out by them, but whatever. We also told you about firefighters that rescued a calf stuck in a pylon, and as far as I understand, pylon in this instance had to do with like a kind of just like a almost tripod formation type thing, and the calf got its head stuck in there. The headline reads, "A miscalculation," which I found humorous. But yeah, hopefully you have a chance to do a random act. Oh my gosh. A random act of kindness for someone today. And if you don't, maybe you'll have an opportunity later on. Maybe they're always kind of making themselves available. Oh no! Man. I have made some very bad moves in this particular game. My teammates have every reason to be livid. Livid! There you go. We're just like a step slow in almost every try to be to try to score. Like that time we had a couple wide open net opportunities and we just happened to be in the wrong place at the wrong time. But I also blocked one specific shot from going in, so if we lose this game, I definitely hindered our opportunities. Nice job. If you missed our box of tacos, our pizza box of tacos, I like Sean's idea, by the way. If you go to our TikTok, which is a gaming morning show, we posted a picture of us getting a pizza box of tacos, and I like Sean's idea because they literally bought like pizza boxes, very generic pizza box purchase because it says just like pizza on top. It doesn't have like a business name or anything, and we'd love it if they decided to buy a whole bunch of those that just say tacos, but it's in a pizza box. I think that would be hilarious. So they didn't do that, but you know, understandably, they're just probably buying them from like a supply store or something along those lines. All right, didn't get my MVP. I actually probably cost us more than I helped us, but that's okay. We had fun. 8:34 West Coast time, 11:34 out east, and it's 4:34 for those watching GMS in the UK. Dulu. I think I'm gonna play one more because we're in Rocket League mode right now. Did you like the tacos, Hefty? Oh yeah, your tacos, Element. So Element in our what you eatin' category also posted tacos. Did you have beans in your tacos? No, those kind of looked like more. Is that like a carne? No, those are those El Pastor tacos, aren't they? Those look pretty okay. Yeah, click on the TikTok. We got a variety. My wife got like a Thai, like a chili Thai taco, maybe. What was the list? Yeah, chicken Thai taco and then a fish taco. We ordered shrimp tacos. We also had, gosh, like a short rib taco was in there too. That's what I do like about this taco house, is the choices that they have are a little bit, I guess, more out of the ordinary than I remember some other even like local taco carts or taco shops. Yeah, those short rib tacos were pretty good. There was one that was covered in green pepper, like really thinly sliced green pepper. I don't know what's a julienne cut, because I feel like that maybe that's what they were. But man, that was a really tasty one. And then there was another one that had kind of like almost like a French fry potato on top, which was interesting. I can't remember what the meat was. I actually liked the shrimp taco a lot more than Sean did. I thought the shrimp was really well done, and all the sauces they added. They did not make me feel like they were just unnecessary. So, and that's a big deal for me, because it's the main reason I'm sauce adverse is I take a bite and the whole thing all of a sudden just tastes like sauce. So, julienne is thin, square sticks. Yeah, I think those might have been julienne. Really thin French fries? Yeah. Yeah, I think they were really thin, so. No! They were tasty, though. Like, really yummy. Yeah, I like that place. They have a Taco Tuesday deal, but it's mostly, you know, sitting down and staying at the place, and having like a drink or something at the restaurant, and that's something we didn't have time to do yesterday, or else I would have. So, pretty happy. Oh, so those are El Pastor tacos. Yeah, they look pretty yummy. Oh. Mel B still here walking the dog. What kind of dog do you have? Yeah, so I told you I had another Hefty Floof story. So yesterday we were gonna let Hefty Floof join us on GMS Tuesday nights. We were gonna show up on camera and bring Hefty Floof with us. And right at the break, we took a break halfway through the show, and we were going to have... I was going to go get Hefty Floof to bring the kitty to the studio. And unfortunately, right at that time, Hefty Floof happened to want to go outside. And so my daughter literally just closed the front door after letting Hefty Floof out and kind of ruined the opportunity. But then I went into the bedroom, and Hefty Wife was going to sleep, and Floof unusually was on the bed in my spot, which is not the case, and often. And Hefty Floof needed to be moved to her bed, and she seemed like when my wife got up to like go turn off a light or something like that, seemed to be worried that she was leaving, and so like got up to follow her as opposed to just staying in the same spot. It's almost like it's like, yeah, I know you're here, but that's the person that I actually like, so get wrecked. And just left me. It was very sad. An Aussie Doodle. That's not a bad pup. How old? Oh, but what made me think of that too is Hefty Wife said if you fed Floof more often, she'd be more interested in you. I was like, that's probably true, but I'll feed the dog when we get the dog, because I'm the only one really pushing to have a puppy. And so if that's the case, I know I'm going to have to do a lot more work to actually have a dog. Me and our teammate both went over the ball there. 2-year-old Aussie Doodle. Well, I hope you have a wonderful walk, and thank you for taking us with you in your ears. That is true. The other thing, too, if you have YouTube Premium, you can take Gaming Morning Show with you in audio-only mode. There's Twitter Spaces when that's working correctly. It stopped twice this morning, which I found peculiar, so I'll have to troubleshoot that a little bit. And then we have the show on Twitch, of course, and you can always shift that if you're listening on mobile to audio-only mode. Get in there. Nope, I'm significant. Wow, Proudfoot is crushing it right now. Look at that guy. Element. 473 points, 3 goals. All right, after this game, we'll have Gaming Morning Show, Morning Gaming Re-News. And then, like I said, we'll take a look at the best moments from today and send you somewhere on Twitch. But yeah, I was hoping to get MVP in this particular match, and I just couldn't string together enough goals. Plus, Dylan's playing really well, so I might get another one. Oh, nice try. Oh, Dylan got another one. I thought I had that one. I almost kind of set it up for myself. Oh, right over the top of me. Bummer. I do really still like this game a lot. This game's super fun. We are going to have a GMS Sports episode of GMS Tuesday nights, and that's going to be a Formula 1 centric episode. I just got to try to get my hands on F1 Manager before that particular show. What a showboat. No, we're fine. Although I couldn't help but notice that Dylan Proudfoot put that own goal in. A little too proud on that one, am I right? It looks like Dylan's shifting into... Whoa, I didn't mean to flip backwards. It's shifting into a goalie mode now. Yeah, I need to look. I really want to see what the spray paint celebrations look like. But if I can ever find someone with a PS4 who can trade me Splash, I'll be very appreciative. Ah, nice work. A 5-goal game from Dylan. Probably wasn't too proud foot of that, says Quiet. Nice work. Nice work. Yeah, weird timing on some of these games, because we usually can play 2 on like our pre-assigned, clock if we're, timing it out correctly. And today we were able to fit in 3, but we're pushing way past our normal time, which is kind of unusual. Thank you for being here. That completes our show for today. It's time for the ending, which is where we name our Billy Thundergun Teammate of the Match Award winner. Looking forward to those who can tell us about their takeaways that are pretty okay. And then, like I said, we'll send you somewhere if you are watching this morning on Twitch. All right, days of the day again: World Teachers Day, National Walk to School Day, National Pumpkin Seed Day, National Coffee with a Cop Day, National Apple Betty Day, National Get Funky Day, and National Rhode Island Day. And hopefully more to come from National Do Something Nice Day as well. All right, here's the Gaming Morning Show Morning Gaming News, the re-news specifically. This is the happenings in the world of video games. We start with CD Projekt Red announcing a new Cyberpunk game, multiple Witcher games, as well as a new IP. Sean had referenced, this is a story from Game Informer's Wesley LeBlanc, had talked about there was some, crunch involved in getting Cyberpunk 2077 off the ground in the first place. And so Sean was a little surprised that they announced so many projects all at the same time. But hopefully then that means that the execution of those won't be such that everyone gets back into crunch. That is the hope. So we'll see if that's the case. Xbox Game Pass is loaded for October, according to Ethan Gatch of Kotaku. So if you're looking for some games to play in the month of October, easy to do with Game Pass. And then PlayStation's recent investment into From Software might include some TV and movie opportunities as well. So if you would like to read more about that, that is a story from Wesley LeBlanc of Game Informer. So there's some of the things that we tracked this morning. We do the Gaming Morning Show, Morning Gaming News, every single show in the 6 o'clock hour. And then we also post it as a reel most weekdays on our Instagram, which is Gaming Morning Show. We hadn't been on social media for a long while, and so some of our channels, often when you kind of start picking things back up, will give you a little bit of a warning, like, wait a second, is this really you? And that happened with Instagram. So if you see us take another hiatus from Instagram, it's actually because they got us like in one of those temporary, pause situations. So frustrating, but I also get it when you're not consistent with it for a while. So I am not sure I will live to see those Project Red games. Cyberpunk 2077 was announced in 2012. I didn't know that, Downs. It's a long time coming for that. So, yeah, yikes. Happy Thanksgiving again to Drew Mega and all the folks who join us from Canada. It's this weekend. Hope it goes pretty okay.
Pineapple on pizza. Thank you, Canada.
I will admit, I'm kind of at a loss for Billy Thundergun Teammate of the Match Award today, just because I kind of got behind on chat messages. So I think I will give it today to Mel B. Mel B talked about having a cookie that Mel B sent to her mom, or their mom, excuse me, today. And also talked about a moment in time where there was some sandwiches given to somebody who was in need. So to you, Mel B, thank you for joining us on YouTube.
Billy Thundergun, Teammate of the Match Award.
You get it for today. It's time for our clip of the day. The clip of the day. Hey, look, it's the clip of the day. Toot toot. It never translates because I modified it specifically for Apex. I'm always like, how do I ping? Hit the ping, but I'm trying. Drew Mega says, with Resident Evil Village, I was able to acquire some more powerful weapons, and it's so satisfying being able to destroy enemies with just a few shots.
That does sound handy.
Yeah, it feels like it's taking you forever sometimes.
Yeah.
That's a good shot, Hefty.
Nice.
Cracked. Look at this. I knew exactly what I wanted to do and everything. Boop.
Nice work.
He's nuts. All right. Apparently, we chose a gameplay-centric clip of the day, which does not happen very often on this morning radio show that plays games. But you know what? What the heck? We did pretty okay. And that's pretty okay. All right. What are your takeaways that were pretty okay from today's morning radio show that plays games? Woof. Redundant there. Bombi D is where we're going to send you after if you're watching on Twitch. Full-time streamer and artist. Loves surrounding herself with people who cherish a positive environment and healthy relationships. Become a member on Ko-Fi and be part of the Bombi Dale, a unique and magical world inhabited by bomblings, our lovely community members. So you can say good morning from GMS. We are going to do a raid on Twitch and see what kind of art Bombi D is making today. If you'd be so kind as to say good morning from GMS. All right, we'll start with takeaways that were pretty okay. Looking in the chat, I see a couple. Cows make moo steaks. It's one of K-Laugh's takeaways. That's a good one. Drew Mega, my key takeaway is that both K-Laugh and Quiet are the real MVPs. Yeah, you both had solid outings today, and don't let the person floating from the balloons fall in the monster's mouth. So be happy with that, because, yeah, you were nuts today. All right, what else? My takeaway that was pretty okay. Man, somebody had one earlier that made me laugh. Rocket League is fun. That's a horrible takeaway. That's pretty okay. That, according to Quiet, the person taking that show, Dylan Proudfoot, was probably not too proud of that shot that they took late in that game. It's fine. It's not my best takeaway. That's pretty okay. But you know what? It works. So we're just going to go with it. All right. For everyone who made it possible, I am Hefty Goof. Stay tuned. Some of today's best moments will play on the way out. And then we will be back tomorrow as we are Monday through Friday, 6 to 9 a.m. Pacific time on Facebook Gaming, Twitch, YouTube, and at GamingMorningShow.tv. For everyone who made it possible, I had a lot of fun. We appreciate it. Have a great rest of your day. This has been Gaming Morning Show stream, and Kate was talking about selling some things on Kate's Etsy store, and one of those things was possibly making like Apex Legends 3D printed things that she would design, because there's apparently a shortage, or at least not as many like Apex heirlooms that are out there for the 3D printing world, like templates. And I was like, I'll trade you a calendar for your Loba staff. There's a calendar that Fulfillment's been needing to send to Kate Zaid probably for 2 years.
Yeah, it's been around for a while.
We hadn't even gotten on the air yet, and we had promised to send that to Kate, so yeah. Fulfillment. Man. Hyper says, we've got the name of the morning, but what's the morning of the name? Whoa. I was confusing. Let's just pretend I didn't say that one. All right, this day in gaming history, we have one from before 1995, which means Sean gets to play Lawsuit or Not Lawsuit. The year, Sean, was 1992.
Not a lawsuit.
Okay, you say not a lawsuit for that one. When you say that, and Bob plays a didgeridoo, your answer is locked in. 1992, Nintendo releases the Final Fantasy Mythic Quest for the Super Nintendo in the U.S.
Correct.
It was not a lawsuit. I don't remember Final Fantasy. Well, I didn't play a lot of the Final Fantasy games. I wasn't very patient for RPGs.
That makes sense.
2000, which is otherwise known as the year 2000.
Near 2000.
Capcom releases Street Fighter 3 Third Strike for the Dreamcast.
Nice. Year 2000.
In the year 2000.
Alexa, cancel.
All right, 727. Let's get you the list of the day. 927 from LB. What are chips but just crunchy, flavorful pancakes? Brendan goes, this is too much. This is not consensual. I hate that one. Okay. Bob, you went over the line, my friends. A little bit too much.
Oops, I did it again.
Sure did, buddy.
You dummy, Bob.
Listen, Bob lives in a box in my garage, okay? He needs to be able to, be able to take in all the aromas that are out there.
Smelling through the box hole.
I do it more quietly next time. Noted, chat. Noted. I hate that one. That's too much. This is not consensual. Hour. We'll also have the Gaming Morning Show, Morning Gaming Renews, clip of the day, and takeaways that were pretty okay. A reminder in chat, GMS Tuesday Nights debuted yesterday. Big thanks again to Hey It's Brendan TTV, the Element of One, and VG did try for being part of that. We played a night of the Game of Life during GMS Game Night. Next week, it'll be GMS Fudge as we play through Resident Evil Village. I will be alongside Sports Gaming, navigating the wonderful world of, I believe, Ethan Winters.
Sounds right.
And all of the evil that is residential to the village.
It's a pretty rough neighborhood, that village.
You won't like the neighbors.
They don't do nice acts.
They don't have
But
nice
they have
acts.
a nice axe.
Nice.